And welcome to round 11 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. Coming to you live from Ted Summiter Reserve in Moe this afternoon. It's a massive game, and it's second Moe taking on the third place Wonthaggi side. Moe, of course, have knocked off Leongatha in the past couple of weeks, and things couldn't get much better. They have a fantastic new recruit mid-season by the name of Billy Gowers, and they are up and firing at the moment. A big challenger that comes to Moe today, though, in the form of Wonthaggi, and their form over the last month has been super impressive as well. The win against Tarralgon stands out as they absolutely destroyed the Maroons on their home deck. Today, though, it is another big test and it's another big statement game. We know that coach Jared Blair comes with a plan. Will they be able to execute it today? We look forward to it in a couple of hours' time. This is going to be an absolute belter of a game. It's great to have your company on Saturday afternoon football, of course, Gippsland Live. All thanks to Virtue Homes. This first quarter will be brought to you by Virtue Homes. If you're thinking of building, make sure you build with Virtue Homes. My co-caller this afternoon is none other than the little man to my left. He's a superstar, though. He's big in stature. His name is Timmy Sexton. Good afternoon to you, Tim.
Scud, how are you?
Going very well. Big matchup and key players right across the board for both sides. They look settled, and they're certainly going to feature deep into the finals action this year. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Really excited driving back from Melbourne this morning to come here to Ted Summiter to have a look at these two teams. As you said, Wonthaggi have been in ripping form the last few weeks and put on some big scores, especially that one against Tarralgon, which we thought would have been a tight contest. But coming here today at Moe, making the trip across the hills, looking forward to seeing how they match up against this Moe Lions side at home.
Before we let you go, you got a tip for us? Who wins?
Being at home, I've gone Moe by 5 points.
All right, it's great to have our special comments this afternoon. He is here for Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. Nick Lucchino, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Scud, Tim and Paul. Yeah, and listeners, it's looking forward to this. Like Tim said, two great sides, and like I said early in the show, Wonthaggi's got a fantastic game plan, and I think the big ground of Moe will suit that style again. They've played some ripping games here, especially in the final series too. So looking forward to a evenly matched sides. I just want to see how it starts off. It'll be finals like I reckon.
What's the winning team and the margin?
Oh, we're in Moe, aren't we? I better be careful here. I'll go Moe. No, actually, no. Stop. Wonthaggi, 7 points.
All right. Of course, the number one stats man in the business, all thanks to the new Subaru Outback, the turbocharged all-wheel drive, and the turbocharge your next adventure. Yeah, available now at Tarralgon Subaru. You can test drive one today. They're on the Princess Highway in Tarralgon, LMCT 11276. Paul Carter's here. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Daryl, and gents and listeners. Perfect setup for today. The ground is in pretty good nick, considering we've had a fair bit of rain over the last week or so. Only a couple of light, wispy clouds in the sky, and as Boxer said, wind isn't going to affect the play. Very good chance with the forward setups of both teams. There could be a bit of a shootout this afternoon. Not quite the shootout of that game from the Ballarat League from years ago that I showed you guys. Just for the listeners' sake, there was a game in 1979 where the final score was 32-19 to 26-15, and I think 92 scoring shots. I think the poor old goal umpires that day had their work cut out for them as well. But I think a game where both teams cross the 100 marks isn't beyond the realms of possibility, and I think Moe will get home by about 12 points.
Moe by 12. Thank you very much, Paul. I'm going Wonthaggi actually to win this game in a bit of an upset. I'm going to go by 1 point, Boxer, which you'd be happy about that.
No shock there, and probably just said he'll say 1 point. So, yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. The Virtue Homes first quarter, of course, in-house design team can work with you to design a home that suits your lifestyle. You can be inspired by Virtue Homes. And the first quarter is not too far away. In the middle of the ground, Aidan Lindsay goes there for the power with Ryan Sparks, Tomahutha, the big ruckman, and Big Brody Mobilia, the big inside mid for the power, go in there for Moe. Ben Danaher, who has been in super form. Riley Baldy's in there as well, and Grady Coxedge will be the other midfielder. Of course, the ruckman for Moe going up against Tomahutha will be Chris Prowse. And to get things underway, here's Timmy Sexton to kick us off round 11.
And Prowse was straight up over the top, got the tap down there, ended up into the hands of Mobilia. Looked to try to get clear of it, can't. Goes back at the second time, unable to get anything going forward, but Moe were able to move the ball forward, and umpire Bahaja will come in and we'll have a ball up straight away.
And the matchup, as I thought, Gowers, Staley has gone to Gowers into the goal square as well, so looking forward to that matchup this afternoon.
Secondary stoppage, Prowse tapped it down. A free kick was paid. It's going to go Wonthaggi's way to that man, Ryan Sparks. who we believe is leading the True to Ward and Rodder medal winner. His kick, though, on that occasion was a little bit errant. Picked off by Kelty, and Boxer's got some news on Kelty as well. His kick out wide to the leading target in Nick Prowse, just missed him, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, three-quarter time just through the reserves game there. He come out to the ground, which looked like he was doing, and more possibly was doing a fitness test today, because we know he got injured last week, and looks like he's come up a fit bill because he's playing.
Hutha came in over the top and got the tap down there and up in the hands of Mobilia. His kick went forward to one-on-one contest, unable to pick it up there was the Moe player, but Davey got quick hands.
He's going to get his own handball.
Got it back, went over the boundary line though, and we'll have a boundary throw in on the far side. Over near the new cricket pavilion over the far side there, Boxer.
Yeah, well, thanks for that observation there as well, mate. Wasn't sure what exactly was going on out there, but thanks for letting me know.
Dramas, Hutha with gets the tap out and brings it onto his left foot, inside 50 for Wonthaggi. Unable to take the mark there though was Pratt. Ball's come to ground and wrapped up straight away is the Wonthaggi player, and we'll have a ball up just inside 50 for the Wonthaggi power.
Looks like Kilty's just prepared to just play that zone-off player and allowing his Wonthaggi opponent to sink deep down in their forward line too. So,
which is McGuinness too, Boxer.
Sparks kicked the ball into a one-on-one contest with that man Kilty. He got the punch in, went up to take the mark with the second one.
Free kick.
And he's been paid the free kick there. And he'll take the relieving kick from the back pocket. No, his umpire said that it's going to go to Van Dyke. And he's in that back pocket there to bring the ball back for Moe. Called to play on. Kick comes outside 50 to a one-on-one contest. There's that breeze, takes in over the top. Ends up with O'Connor looked to run onto the ball, wasn't able to get it there. Picks up there by Harley. Handball across. Free kick here coming, and it's going to end up with Wonthaggi. He's going to take the free kick.
Fergus O'Connor it is, with an inboard kick. Just missed Mobilia. Allowed Baldy to come in with the right foot. Goes to an open forward line. Here's Gowers, the first time we can see him. He picks it up. He gets to 40, and on the left has a flying shot at goal. Just misses. I thought the Zambrero goal today was about to be all done and dusted inside the first 3 minutes of play, Paul Carter.
And first score on the board's come at the 2.5 minute mark. Virtue Home scoreboard. Moe 1 behind 1 point. Wonthaggi yet to score.
Pretty silky there, Scudman too, Gowers. He picked it up on the left foot and just looked very comfortable the way he delivered. We thought it might have been a goal.
Moves very well. Kyle Reid will bring it back in for the power. He gets it out wide to Sparks, who's able to play on. He's got no one in front of him. He just ambles to his defensive 50 and then kicks it straight down the throat of the resting ruckman in Chris Prowse for Moe. He is too far out to score. He had a look inboard. There wasn't nothing on, so he decides to right foot kick it back in the direction of his brother Prowse. That's Chris. Had a good piece of it. Didn't quite complete the mark, but will win the free kick for over the shoulder.
He looks like a new Marvel hero out there at the moment, Chris Prowse. He's got more tape on him than I've ever seen. Oh, he's like the bionic man, a little bit, because he's got that much tape on him.
Well, you look at his brother. He's got a right shoulder strapped as well. Does he have a left dodge? I think Tim and I have just gone to the binoculars to have a look on the far side of the ground. The right's definitely strapped.
His calf.
Chris doesn't have a calf strap. He's on a tight angle. He's on the boundary line. He's kicking towards the cam bar end. Right foot shot on goal. The umpire rolls back. This time it goes across the face of goal. And on the Virtue Home scoreboard,
it's 2 behind 2 points to Moe and Wonthaggi yet to score. 4 minute mark, first quarter.
Can confirm that he's got both shoulders strapped there, Scud.
So Prowse has got, both the Prouses have got 2 shoulders, 1 elbow and a calf.
and there's no tape left at Moe.
Everything in between. Ball comes back into Wonthaggi. One will take where Mobilia got the handball out though. Ends up with Lindsay. Lindsay takes a relieving kick to a one-on-one contest and unable to take the mark. Drop something he should have there was Harley. Kilty picks the ball up. Gets the handball out towards Smith. His kick backwards ends up in the hands of Maslin. He'll look to reload. He's called to play on.
I think that breeze is a bit strong too, Timmy.
Absolutely it is. Kicks backwards and ends up there with Rennett's. Rennett's his kick out towards the wing. One-on-one contest. Good over the top there from Wonthaggi to knock the ball out of play.
I'm not sure what tree you guys are looking at. This tree here's doing nothing. Have a look. Is this sort of...
It's just sort of swaying in the wind, is it?
Not that much, though. It's not too bad.
I've got a feeling the wind is fairly strong out there. It's a little bit hard to tell, of course, here at Moe. We are confined in an airtight box.
Prowse got the tap down, ended up back in his hands, so wasn't able to get a clear possession with it. Ball end comes back in free kick. No, play on to the umpire.
Oh, Seppi's got the new number on too.
Seppi there with that number 50. Blair tried to take it. Drop mark that should have been taken here. Guys into one-on-one contest. Gowers quick to get to the ball. Unable to pick it up though on the second attempt though. Moe with quick hands comes back to centering ball, looking for Wood. Goes over the top of his shoulder, kept the ball in front of him and kept his feet. Ducked down to his knees there. Umpire's called play on. Ooh. And the ball umpire will come in and ball it up there. Thought he might have, that drop of the knees might have been his prior possession, but the umpire's called it his ball, and we'll have a ball up here in Moe's forward line.
Yeah, about 35 metres out from goal, taking the ruck duties as Bray there for Wonthaggi. And he gets his own little work, had his kick partially smothered, so he has to go again. Good hard work by Bray. Wasn't rewarded with the free kick within the back. The umpire said, let's do it again. And one thing I've noticed about Billy Gowers, he is lightning quick as well for a big guy.
Yeah, very explosive. He let Staley for dead then too when the ball come inside 50.
And I think this is a better matchup with Fergus O'Connor on him, but he hits this one at pace and nearly on cue. He's going to rove that one, but back there was Aidan Lindsay, the experience of Wonthaggi, and a neat little kick lands in the hands of Chug. The crowd just starting to build here at Ted Summerton Reserve. Kicks down the line to Huther, who can mark. Right on the wing, goes inside on the 45 to Sparks, just the required distance. Nearly given away 50 there was Brooks of Moe. He kicks it again. Just holding onto the football of the power. Huther, hammered across now to Murray. The left foot kick inside forward 50. Reynolds has got the front spot. Over the back, they try and spoil there was McGuinness. And he did just that to cause Reynolds to drop the mark and over for a boundary throw-in. We've gone 6.5 minutes, make it 6 3/4. And it's Moe 2 behinds, and the Wonthaggi are yet to score.
Ball to come back in from the boundary throw-in. Prowse will go up against Harley. Prowse took the front position, got the tap down. Ball comes out there and dropped the ball there. Umpire called play on. Ball comes over the boundary line. We're trying to take the relieving kick there was Van Dyke. Wasn't able to get to his boot to the ball. We'll have another boundary throw-in about 40 metres around from the Wonthaggi goal. Moe lead it by 2 points. Ball comes back in. Prowse again takes front position. 1, 2. Handball comes out. Ends up in the hands of Brooks. His kick goes over the top of the contest there. Hands up there with Haywood. His handball comes out and it is Mobilia who puts the ball forward. Great kick to the middle there. Coming across. Great hands there. Coming through there was Tyson Biffin. Free kick has come out here and it's going to end up into the hands there of Josh Bates, who'll come back for his goal.
Yeah, I'm not actually even saw what happened then too, because I was more interested to see Biffin in that collision nearly with McGinns. I thought, wow, that was awesome. Then the free kick was plucked out there by the umpire. But the balls are being played at cracking pace. The game's being played at cracking pace at the moment. So, yeah, it's interesting free kick, this one.
Bates from directly in front from about 35 metres out for Wonthaggi's first score of the day. He pushes it to the left and on a score.
And on the Virtue Home scoreboard, the 8-minute mark of the first quarter, Wonthaggi are now on the board with 1 behind 1 point. They trail Moe, who are 2 behinds, 2 points.
Boxy, don't miss those if there's no breeze.
Not dead in front like that too, Scud, and didn't have a lot of pressure around him either.
Well, the breeze is a big moment this afternoon, thanks to the Mall Bowling Club. Pot and Palmer night every Saturday night from 5:30, only $20. Kick goes long, looking for Prowse, that was Chris. In fact. And he takes the mark on half-back flank, kicks down the line, looking for... Can't find Gowers on that occasion. Drop the mark, though, in the front spot. Allow Baldy to rove it. Drive it inside forward 50. Open forward line. Prowse handles over the top to Sim. Blair closed and dumped him in a tackle. Holding the ball? No, the umpire said. My ball. Wow.
Yeah, I think that was a good decision there by the umpire as well. He didn't have much chance to get rid of it. But Harry Sim, he's had a cracking year as well, too.
Goal-saving tackle there by Jack Blair. And now he gets on the end of this one by the hands of Tim Knowles, who kicks it out wide and was looking for Harley, and Long was out there. We're happy to see it go over for a boundary throw-in.
He's found his niche down back, Jack Blair. Normally we see him down through the midfield and in the forward line. And, down this year, playing across half-back, he's been fantastic.
He's a good user of the footy.
Prowse got the tap down there, ends up coming through there with Aidan Lindsay with quick hands, ends up with Murray. Murray had nothing to go to forward, so went back and came into the hands there. Took a ball inside 50 to a 2-on-2 contest. Oh, what a fantastic pickup. Goes in towards it and kicks a Zambrero. Goal of the day does Jack Hutchinson. What a great pickup. One hand. Roll straight into goal and from 35 metres out, put it straight through.
I say this every time I watch Wonthaggi play, how good this kid is, and he just keeps growing in stature every game. He plays so well. Unfortunately, missed a lot of the season with a hamstring injury, but now he's back. Just showed his class then too, how he could do what he did under pressure. a la like Gary Rowan, if you want to know what the type of pickup it was in a one-on-one, and it was a great finish there to get the first for Wonthaggi.
And that first goal has come at the 10-minute mark of the first quarter. The Virtue Home scoreboard has Wonthaggi now in the lead, 1-1-7 to Maui, 2 behinds, 2 points.
Hutha tapped it back into the middle of the ground. Murray was there, gave it back now to a teammate there in. That was Hayes, drives it to half forward. No one can really mark it. Great little pick up off the deck on that occasion was Noah Anderson. Had no prior opportunity, and the umpire will ball it up.
Gee, how good's Tom Murray been early in this game already?
Yep. He just has been one of the best improved players in the comp this year. From the stoppage, a quick kick was partially smothered, and it was coming off the foot there of Ferrado.
And he makes it look a lot more classy when he's a left footer as well. For some reason, these left footers look all right when they get the ball. Timmy.
He right in me
Chris Prowse tapped it over his head, but Wonthaggi picked it up. Hutchison again on a lead. He was the only one that really wanted the football, and he elevated and took a chest mark in the end.
It was like a 3-metre vertical leap.
It was a very nice judged mark. He just knew where the drop zone was going to be and took the grab, and looks to get Wonthaggi second, and his second of the afternoon. This guy is exciting. I tell you what, Wonthaggi have got some exciting players in their team at the moment. Great to call. They've started this well into a little bit of a breeze, we think, as well. Can Hutchison get 2? Right foot, 30 metres out, and he's just kept it skinny. He kicks the good ones and missed that easy one.
That's his biggest Achilles heel, Scud, and we saw it last year, was his accuracy in front of goals, and unfortunately let himself down with that one as well.
1-2-8 Wonthaggi, a goal ahead of Maui, who are 2 behinds, 2 points. Virtue Home scoreboard, almost 12 minutes played.
Van Dijk brings the ball back in, unable to take the mark there in the back pocket. There was Cox Edge, and we'll have a ball boundary throw-in about 40 metres around from the Wonthaggi goal, pushing into the breeze. We've just ticked over 12 minutes here into the first quarter. What are you looking at me like that for, Boxer?
There's no breeze.
Bit of angst. There is plenty of breeze. Ferrado from the stoppage tried to bust his way through.
If I look to my left, the tree's not moving.
Okay.
Might be dying off then.
There you go.
The tree, that is. Another stoppage inside forward 50. Trying to take that out of the ruck there was McGuinness. Drops it at their toes. And again, Coxhead wraps up a Ryan Sparks. Margin sits at 6 points at the moment in favour of the Power. Free kick from the stoppage goes against Maui. And it's going to go Wonthaggi's way. Cooper McGuinness will win the free kick. Looks like Morrow does the secondary ruck work.
He might keep up with his stat that Paul Carter's given us too. He's kicked a goal in every game so far this year. Is that right, Paul Carter?
That is correct.
Thank you very much.
Key stats this afternoon are all thanks to Gippsland Subaru, the all-new Subaru Outback Turbocharge. You can check it out at the ground if you're here at Ted Summer the Reserve. Meanwhile, Cooper McGuinness will come in and have a shot on goal. Right foot, puts it on its way. I tell you what, Davey already starts clapping. The umpire says all clear, and the Power have got the first 2. That one goes to Cooper McGuinness, keeping that stat alive, Boxer.
Yeah, it was a good kick then too. He kicked it with some authority. He knew that he wanted to get that one on the board, and he did. Good finish there too. Good start by the Power. They really are moving the ball well, and it's really been driven by a couple of players that are on the outside of the game that we normally don't see, and like Tom Murray so far has been playing an instrumental part in this so far.
2-goal lead to Wonthaggi on the Virtue Home scoreboard. 13-minute mark of the first quarter. Wonthaggi 2-2-14, leading Maui 2 behinds, 2 points. Wonthaggi dominating the clearances 9-2 at this stage.
Harley got the tap down there, ends up in
another free kick.
Free kick going to Wonthaggi. They're going to end up there with Sparks. His handball comes out to Blair. That is the Jack variety. His kick coming forward. A great lead and mark there taken by Isaac Chugg. On the left boot, quick kick inside.
Oh, good hands.
Strong mark taken there by the coach in Jared Blair.
It'll be a tough pocket. It'll be a tough pocket as the breeze is pushing across that way.
Well, it is pushing across that way based on how the tree that you're looking at and the same one I'm looking at is pushing across that way. So the coach will come in from about 45. Very tough kick. Puts it to the top of the square. Great centering
good kick.
What a kick. Well, beautifully weighted and a strong mark there taken by Hayden Lindsay. You just can't teach class, can you?
No, you can't. That's right. And as he realised, the breeze was into his face. It was a tough kick, and he put it in the right spot, didn't he? That's exactly what he wanted to do.
Absolutely. And with this one, Hayden Lindsay should come in and put it at the left goal post to allow the breeze to take it across to the right there. You'd know that as a big forward, Boxer.
Yes.
Those big concrete hands of yours.
Concrete-like.
Now he's changing it.
Lindsay comes in from about 35. Keeps it low. The ball
There it
pushes
is.
across with the breeze. Started at the left post and ends up straight through the middle. And Wonthaggi Power have got their third.
I think his kicking style allowed the ball to move that way. And he did move to the left a little bit and then allowed the ball to do the rest of it. But Moe a bit stunned here too. We've got to say the umpiring has allowed this to happen, whether it's been there or not. Wonthaggi have been first to the ball at the minute, and they are really showing it through the scoreboard.
It's an 18-point lead, and we're halfway through the first quarter. We're at the 15-minute mark on the Virtue Home scoreboard. Wonthaggi 3-2-20, leading Moe 2 behind 2 points.
I think you have a look at some of the key stats, and they all focus around Wonthaggi winning them. Clearances, contested footy, they're all going, and they win another clearance. This from the ruckman of Harley. Kicks to half forward, and Anderson takes the mark and quickly plays on. Right foot kick, chugs out the back, and in the front spot was Declan Kelty. And he takes the mark. Just a little bit of height difference between Kelty and Chug now. And a good head and shoulders as Declan Kelty squares it out to the far side of the ground where Maslin can take the mark. He can chip it down to the wing, and presenting down there was Prowse. Nick takes the mark in front of his eyes. The Prowse boys have certainly come into this game as the season progresses. His kick went laterally back to Maslin. Maslin's kick back to Kelty. And now Kelty will square it up again to Brock Smith. They've come from one side of the ground to the other, and that's the near side now, which is the grandstand end. Ends in the hands of Tommy Long. Well, they've had about 6-7 touches, and they've only travelled probably 5 metres closer towards their goal. Scott Van Dyke now has it on the half-back flank. He'll gain a little bit of territory. Drives it down towards the wing, and is it out of bounds on the full? Yes, it is. And Knowles will take the free kick in front of the can bar.
In front of the big crowd that's gathering out there at the can bar. Knowles looks inboard, goes nowhere. Call to play on. Kicks it back down the line, right in front of the commentary box. 3, 4, 5. Hutchison over the back. He was 4 or 5 deep and come in and taken a strong grab. Blair's telling him to kick it straight forward. Instead, he kicks it across the ground to a looping ball. 1-on-1 contest. Prowse come across and a free kick there, and that'll end up in the hands there of Kyle Reid. He'll look to moves the ball forward. Great lead. Falls at his feet there for Anderson. Kicked up, though. Wheeled round onto his right boot. Centering ball to Sparks, but coming through there was Cox Edge with the big hand. He's picked the ball up. Run through the middle on the right boot. His kick wasn't able to find his target, though. Cut off there by Staley. Handball out through to Jack Blair. Spades one. Comes through, cut through the middle. Here's chipping ball there. Kick through. Onto the left boot there was Mitch Hayes. Got smothered. Good contest there. Blair unable to get it. That there was Seppi, got the handball out. Looking to get rid of the ball now is Van Dyke. Handsballs to Wood. Wood backwards there.
Good pressure.
Contest, absolutely. Wonthaggi's pressure's high here. Wood goes back in and gets it again and takes the relieving handball out to there. Ends up there with Maslin. His kick over the top lands into the hands there of Baldy, and he'll bring the ball forward for Moe.
Yeah, right foot kick to half forward. Just sat it on the top of the head there of Sim, and Reid was able to take the mark and slow things up. They square it up. Harley gets it across now to Blair. That's Jared. It's Jack. He shrugs the tackle, kicks it in the middle of the ground, and finding that one is Bates right in the middle of Ted Summer's reserve. This is a great game of footy so far. We've travelled 18 minutes. It's a power by 18 points. O'Connor has it on the far side of the ground. He'll chip it over the top to Mobilia. He's still too far out to score. He looks for a presenting target. The only one really there is Mitch Hayes. He squares that one up. He'll wait now for his forwards to come. You'd kick it in the direction of Jack Hutchison, I reckon. And he kicks it towards Huther. Out the back, McGuinness. And the free kick, or the mark, Brock Smith will get the free kick. Chip it over the top. This is where they like to run. Lucas Ferrado right in the middle of the ground. He'll go up the middle again to Seppi. He'll play on quickly. Tries to get around Davey. Puts under a bit of a pressure. The errant kick comes. Coming the other direction is Bray. Can he gather it and drive it back inside forward 50? He does. He lowered the eyes. It ended up at the top of the 50, and Jared Blair said, I'm going to have a shot. Maybe he was faking it, but now, as the numbers roll back, he takes his time, but then he props and he kicks it in. And very, very well done. Smart footballers, I think Timmy called it a couple of minutes ago. Class comes to the top, and he gets it to Ryan Sparks in the end.
They play in a game like it's called ants. You've got ants in your pants.
Okay.
Right? They are going and going and going. Like they just move the ball once they get the ball in their hand, they go. And every time they do, players are on the move already, so they can actually hit up and then go again. They hit up and go again. So They've really got to tighten their belts here now, Moe, at the moment. Otherwise, she's going to be a bit of an onslaught.
They've kicked 3 goals too. Moe haven't got a goal yet, and Sparks starts at left. The breeze just doesn't work it back to the right on this occasion, Boxer.
No, it didn't, did it?
Virtue Home scoreboard.
3-3-21. Wonthaggi, a 19-point lead over Moe, who are 2 behind 2 points. Virtue Home scoreboard, 20 minutes, first quarter.
I think both sides have got ants in their pants.
Yeah. Colonies everywhere. Maslin's got the ball here. Like that, Boxer.
Not bad, yeah. Not bad.
He brings the ball, chips it up over the top. Coming through there was Sparks. He knocked the ball over the boundary line. And nice little bit of push and shove there between Brooks and Sparks. And Hutchison gets his little bit on the way back through too. Ball to be thrown back in here. Half forward flank for the Wonthaggi Power. We ticked over 20 minutes here in the first quarter. Morrow and Hutha. Hutha got the tap down there. Ends up into the hands there of Williams. His kick forward. And there's that man, Jack Hutchison.
But it was more the kick that came in, though, too. Sorry, Timmy, because it was a torp. And it only went about 5 metres off the ground. And it just barreled in, and he was sitting behind. Who's he on there at the moment?
He's on Brock Smith.
Brock Smith. So it was a fair mark, and it just carried over Brock. Brock thinks he had the touch early. But the umpire, Bahaja, who's umpired 1 million in 7 games.
Never known him to change a decision either, Boxer.
No, never.
Hutchison, he's looking to come in for his second of the first quarter here. Sends the ball on the way.
No.
And it's forced across the front of goal there too. The breeze has pushed it across the front of the face there, Boxer.
No, I think that's just the way he ran, mate. He just ran towards that. He's just got to tighten that kicking up. I think there's got to be a little bit more work done with the lad. Gets that part of his game going. We won't see him here next year. He'll be playing downtown.
20-point lead to Wonthaggi at the 21.5-minute mark.
That's on the Virtue Home scoreboard as Van Dyke brings it back in. Kicks to the ruckman, though. That was Hutha. He couldn't complete the mark. Little kick there was smothered. That was from Biffin. And now working hard at ground level is Harry Sim, the underground handball to Danaher, who has been quiet to start with. Baldy just shuffled it straight down to Prowse. Tried to get him board. Now Wonthaggi got some numbers. Mobilia got it to Sparks, who's just... There was a throw, but more importantly, is it Sparks on the ground? Just keep an eye on that. It could be a knee issue of Bray in the end, but just as
a corky scud.
Well, they just rolled up on him as the pack came down. It looked like a bit of a hyperextended of the knee. Yeah, I think is what I was worried about.
I've been known to call them really good, so just make sure of that.
Just wait for Dr. Lacino. He'll get it sorted.
Well, let's keep an eye on that one. That's a developing story as Prowse taps it. That was Chris from the ruck boundary throw-in. And it goes over for a boundary throw-in right in front of the Canberra. The margin sits at 20 points at the moment. Wonthaggi have started very, very well, as we know they can do. And we spoke about it in the pre-game. They're very stingy when it comes to giving away scores. Moe have only kicked 2 points.
Prowse tapped the ball and got it inside their forward 50. Wrapped up straight away there was Staley, though, and we'll have a ball up inside Moe's 50.
He's just made the motion that someone's come across his knee, so it might have been a knee on knee or whatever it was, but that's what the motion he was making on the bench.
Hyperextension of the knee, or spot on.
Prowse got the tap down there, trying to get the key up there, and ended up with the ball there was Murray. He's got the handball over the top, looking for but missing Knowles. Comes back through again. Kick forward, though, by Mobilia. Got it out of the pack to a one-on-one contest. Going back with the fight was great. Kicking the ball forward there was Davey. Looking to run onto it. It's a sprint race here. We've got the big boy in Harley looking to get it. He couldn't go to it. Moe went to ground. He's had the cavalry come in. Got the quick kick away, but smothered there. Great work. Extra effort there by Davey. Fantastic smother, and the ball's gone over the boundary line. About 5 metres around from the Wonthaggi goal. Just a swarm they were then, Boxer.
They were too, and I just keep watching the ball inside the Moe 50 at the minute. The pressure from the defenders there from Wonthaggi was enormous.
Prowse tapped down, ends up in the hands of Biffin. His clearing kick will get outside 50. The 2-on-2 contest. Coming over the top there was Knowles. Knocked the ball straight out of bounds.
They're really forcing the error, Wonthaggi. Every time Moe get the ball, they just got pressure on pressure on pressure on. So they just make you able to just settle the ball down and slow the game down a bit, Moe.
Tarogan Subaru, some key stat winners. Moe, in terms of their midfielders, would be very light on with some numbers at the moment, I think.
Ben Danaher have only gone in down for the one handball at the moment. Riley Baldy, 4. Lucas Ferrado, 2. Seppi, 3. Moe have had 13 hit-outs to 6, but Wonthaggi have had 12 clearances to 4.
Prowse got the first tap down, and then he's taken this one out.
Oh, yep,
second
I saw that, the knee.
Went with the knee. No good there. Riley Baldy, he gets a quick chip. Kick over the top, ends up in the hands there. That was of Haywood. His kick inboard on the 45 was no good. Mobilia picked up, great hands, ends up with the hands there. His kick, though, was no good. That lands in the hands there of Chris Prowse. And he'll take the relieving kick, just slowing things down here. 24 minutes and 45 seconds here. We've gone into the first quarter. Big kick straight down the line, end up into the can bar. Going up with 2 contests. His brother unable to take the mark. O'Connor, he's wrapped up straight away there. In a great tackle there by Sim. And we'll have a ball up.
He's got to keep possession here, Moe. Just they're throwing the ball back, and this is what Wonthaggi want. They want that stoppage and want to create that.
And Wonthaggi do it very well when they're coming out of their back half, just holding on the football. But Sparks, for their stoppage, gave it to Lindsay. He got a handball out to O'Connor, but coming the other way, a good little fist goes inside forward 50 for Moe. However, numbers were back there. And it was in the hands of Reed, who got it out to Williams. They can square it out wide. Who ran onto this one is Sparks. He's got about 5 metres on his opponent. He'll check his kick, come back inboard. Collision. No, well read. Declan Kelty. And that should be 50, but the umpire said all okay.
Absolutely, it should be.
Yep. O'Connor wasn't in the contest, grabbed him and held him up. Meanwhile, Declan Kelty kicked it out wide to Scott Van Dyke, who's on the far side of the ground. On the wing area for the Lions. Haven't kicked a major score yet. Drives it down. Out the back it will go. This time it's Gowers. He tried to take on 1 or 2. Gets around both of them and then just coughed up the handball to Williams, but the boundary beat them both.
I'll get you all to watch. When Wonthaggi got the ball, they spread and run. When Moe have the ball at the moment, they just flat-footed and they're forced to kick down the line.
Absolutely they were. Prowse, great tap over the back. Ends up in the hands of Danaher. His quick kick forward. Lands there with Haywood. He snaps it around the body. And there it is. Great snap over the shoulder there by Haywood. Quick kick out of it and gets Moe's first goal for the day.
You've got the big sponsors day next door to us here this afternoon and the big cheer. I think it might have been a bit of a Bronx cheer as well. But albeit, they needed that one there and... a goal off nothing in the end. They got the ball inside 50 and capitalised this time as well. So hopefully this might reinvigorate the Moe side.
Might have just been first goal scorer they had. They all had Haywood.
And the Virtue Home scoreboard will find Moe's first goal coming at the 26.5-minute mark. They are 1-2-8. They still trail Wonthaggi by 14 points. The Power are 3-4-22.
We've got some around the ground scores coming to you very shortly for Harvey Norman Furniture. We'll get some Gippsland Power scores as well. As the ball gets back to the middle of the ground. This time, Hoother got a hand on it. And a free kick paid from the non-officiating umpire. It's going to go one of the midfielders in Lindsay. I didn't see it.
Neither did I.
The umpire saw something, though. As Lindsay's kick to half forward. Blair presents. That's Jared. And marks and turns and delivers nicely to his teammate in Harley, who had it spoiled from Rennetts. Slung down in the tackle. That should have been a throw. You're exactly right. And the umpire said you're correct, Tim. And the free kick.
Don't say that.
Free kick will go out wide.
Just get the scores.
It is to Grady Coxedge. Half-back flank for the Lions. They've just got their first goal at the 26-minute mark, but they still trail by 14 points. His kick goes long with the wind. Carried a good 50, 60 metres. O'Connor was back there. Fergus, that was for the Power. Wrapped up in the tackle right on the quarter-time siren. And that is all done. They got away to a flyer, did the Power. They kicked 3 goals before Moe even looked likely with what we think kicking with a little bit of a breeze. So it's a big win for the Power in the first quarter. And that was the Virtue Home scoreboard. It said 3-4-22 Wonthaggi. Lead Moe at quarter time 1-2-8. You're listening to Gippsland Live right here on TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley. And it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Thank you.
I reckon you're smoking some hoochie coochie.
Strong breeze.
First he said he kicked it with the breeze that way. And now they were kicking with the breeze that way.
No. The breeze is always going that way.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it is. Going from left to right down here.
I don't know. Listen to what he said. Because
Ah, yes, it's quarter time. I tell you what, 14-point margin in favour of the visiting power side. 3-4-22, Wonthaggi lead Moe at quarter time, 1-2-8. And it is individual goal scorers, even though they've had a chance to get a couple. Jack Hutchison kicked 1 goal to that quarter. Cooper McGuinness has 1 and Aidan Lindsay has 1 as well. While it's a sole goal scorer there for Moe, and they got it at the 26-minute mark. It was Matthew Hayward getting that one. Let's get you up to date with some around-the-ground scores. That's the one here at Ted Summerton Reserve. Other games in the Gippsland League, and we do the around-the-grounds for Harvey Norman Furniture.
Yeah, thanks, Scud, man. The first game here, we've got Sale, 1-4-10. They lead Matt for just the 3 points. Bairnsdale 4-1-25 to Druin 2-4-16. Leongatha 5-3-33 to Warrigal 2 straight 12. So a good start there by the Parrots. In the McGippy, Fish Creek 8-6-54. They lead Mooba North 1-1-7. Newborough 6-2-38 to MDU 2-2-14. Ballara 5-2-32. Morleys 3-2-20. And Tura 1-2-8. They trail a big start there by Tarwin 9-7-61. In the North Gippsland Football League, Hayfield 7-3-45 to Rosedale 4 straight 24. Yarram 6-6-42 to Glengarry yet to score. And Churchill 3 straight 18 to Woodside 6-1-37. In the Gippsland Power score here at the moment, it's just a 4-minute mark on the third quarter, and it's the Power 58. They trail Sandringham 67.
The last couple of goals there have Sandringham. Let's see some key stats with, of course, Paul Carter, and it is all thanks to Terrelgan Subaru.
Very much in Wonthaggi's favour. The inside 50 is 15-7, and clearance is 14-6. Centre clearance is Wonthaggi's way 5-0. They had the better of the free kicks 8-5. Marks about the same. Marks inside 50, 5 to Wonthaggi, none to Moe. Then the Battle of the Ruckman, Chris Prowse has dominated there with 15 hit-outs up against Tom Mahutha's 6. And leading the individual stats for Moe, Declan Kilty on 6. 6 also to Scott Van Dyke. 5 to Riley Baldy. Wonthaggi, Ryan Sparks continuing his brilliant season with 9 disposals in the first quarter. Brody Mobilia 8. 5 to Kyle Reader. 6 to Aidan Lindsay. 4 to Tom Murray.
Thanks very much. Of course, don't forget the Terrelgan Subaru. The all-new Subaru Outback is there. It's a turbocharged all-wheel drive, and you can turbocharge your next adventure. It's available now at Terrelgan Subaru, LMCT 11276. Second quarter about to get underway. Of course, Tim Sexton's with us in the commentary box, and it's all thanks to the Moe Racing Club. If you age between 18 and 25, which counts Boxer out, you can become a member as a young member at the Moe Racing Club today. You're not quite in that age bracket, Boxer, but you still become a member as well. It's not just about the young ones, it's about all of them.
Just before we start the second quarter, Scud, looks like Shannon Bray may be still in the room, so I haven't seen him come to
He's
to
still in the
bench.
coach's box, Timmy. Just got to stand up and have a look over the top of that.
Well,
you can see.
Second
you are
quarter
standing up. Sorry.
is underway. And a quick kick. Sparks drives it out of the middle to start things here. And he puts it inside forward 50. Chud gave a quick handball off to Noah Anderson and has quickly had the footy and then quickly tackled by Brooks. And the umpire said, you had your opportunity. That's holding the ball. I thought he might have been a little bit unlucky there. However, Brooks.
AFL, that's a sling tackle. Scott.
Yeah, true. Brooks is wobbly outside. Drop punt goes outside his defensive 50, but they were lucky because the free kick was paid to Grady Coxedge. On the half-back flank now for the Lions. What we think is kicking into a little bit of a tricky breeze, and the Power will kick with a bit of a breeze. Gives it to Danaher. Handballs backwards to Van Dyke. His chip kick to Seppi. Missed him. It's out of bounds on the full.
They're just forcing that error, Wonthaggi, Scud, so they've just actually really suffocated him in that kick out of their defensive 50.
Jack Blair, a good user, went inside, didn't go the required distance. Hayes has it and kicks it inside forward 50. Rent's put a hand up. Hutchison's underground handball to Chug with a check side shot on goal. Isaac Chug, don't worry about it. It's all done. It's over. The Zambrero goal of the day, contenders done. It's the best goal we've seen all year, Boxer. Isaac Chug from the boundary has put through a check side. Goal of the day.
Yes. Settle down a little bit. They have every reason to get excited because it was a one-step kick and it just went in the air. And I think the wind might have played a little bit of the old friendly banter with it as well because it sat up there for a little while and then Jared Blair gave us the arm in the air to know that it went through. And it was a great goal there and definitely there has to be something special to beat that this afternoon for our Zambrero goal of the day.
First goal of the second quarter on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard's gone, taken Wonthaggi to a 20-point lead, 4-4-28 to 1-2-8.
Both ruckmen went at it. No one got the tap down there. Ends up in the hands. Coming through is Baldy. His left foot, he missed it completely. Took an air swing. 1, 2, 3, jump on it, and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
Just to be on the serious side, though, Bray hasn't come out of the coach's box at the moment, though, so we've only got look like 3 fit players for Wonthaggi at the minute.
Good special comments there. Thanks to... we've
Carpet countries there.
No, sorry. I was just watching. We've just moved it out. Obviously, it's a bit wet there in the cricket wicket.
Unbelievable.
So I was just trying to work out what the umpire was doing there for a minute.
This is under 10 stuff. Are we going to do this again?
It looks like it. I reckon we're going to move it out of the mud.
Yep, we spoke about.
Let's bring it across.
Get out of the way.
Come on, young fellas, bring it across.
We don't play in the mud anymore.
Hoofter over the top. Ends up with Baldy, though. He gets a handball out towards Maslin. He's wrapped up. Great tackle there by Blair, holding the ball, and he wants the ball. As we've got a bit of action going on.
Oh, is there ever?
You two can watch that one.
I tell you what, they're all in now.
Jared Blair, he's going, I'm going to keep going the ball forward here. He finds Lindsay. Experienced head again. Lindsay.
Baldy and Murray, the whistles everywhere.
Let's go. Whistles going everywhere here and over on the netball court. He kicks it. We end up into the sun.
That's a mark.
Wasn't able to do there, but then a great mark there taken by Rennett, and he'll take the relieving kick.
So I think the two that were main instigators there was Baldy and Murray in that little bit of a dust-up. It was all good and well, though.
Kick. Unable to take the mark there coming forward, though. Hand out there for Sim. He got it down there to Coxedge. Lindsay. 1-2. Great handball. Got it out there. He's going to be paid holding the ball there. Umpire Bahar just straight on it. Can you tell those netball whistles just to quieten down?
That's what I was turning around from.
There's whistles going everywhere. We have no idea what's happening. The relieving kick coming here from Moe. Will be taken by Coxedge. He delivers the ball out to true centre wing. 1-on-1 contest. Brought to the ground there by Knowles.
Good hands.
Took it out to his own teammate in O'Connor. Mobilia kicks the ball forward. Good 1-on-1 contest. Ball comes to ground. And looks like we're going to end up being over. No, handball. He's been paid a free kick.
Brooks was just a little bit too slow to react as Hutchison closed really quickly and just threw the footy in the end in a good tackle.
The pressure's been enormous already. We've only been playing 4 minutes this quarter. The tackling pressure of Wonthaggi has been huge. So these are the ones now that he would not think that he'd get, and these are the ones he will get. Hutch, no, he won't.
Look, he centres the ball inside. Poor marking there by the Lions as Josh Bates was just able to walk straight inside 50. Had no one within 15 metres of him.
I tell you what, Chris Prowse also on the boundary line for Moe, just doing a couple of run-throughs. Looks to be going left and right with his run-throughs, so he might have a bit of an injury concern as well. There's plenty happening in this second quarter for the Moe Racing Club.
Bates, he'll come in, he delivers the ball forward on the lead there. Just unchecked was Cooper McGuinness coming straight out of the goal square. Good block. I think there was a block put on there on Reynolds, and he got held up there for a metre. And a smart kick. Well played here by, as we said, just ticked over 4 minutes when Hutchins took the mark here, and they've just used a minute, been able to take 2 kicks and got themselves closer to goal with a better angle here as McGuinness will come in, looking for his second for the day. Very deliberate in his approach, puts the ball forward, and he's going to be very, very narrow and sneak it through for a behind.
Takes Wonthaggi to 4 goals, 5-29 on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. They have a 21-point lead over Moe, who are 1-2-8.
So Van Dyke will be the Moe player to bring it back in. As Boxer said, Wonthaggi's pressure has been unbelievable today. Just causing the mistakes. Where do they go from here?
This water boy would want to get out of the way.
Yep, he goes towards the can bar, and a spoil there nicely from Josh Bates in front of Baldy, who was the target. And this Moe side, the big moment's right here for the Morwell Bowling Club. They need to find something. They're getting niggled right across the ground. They need to respond. They need to stand tall. Misses both ruckman. Chug gathers it, gives a handball to Brodie Mobilia. He snaps around his body. Going back was Anderson, who couldn't get there before it went through for a minor score. And on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard,
4-6-30 Wonthaggi, 22-point lead over Moe, 1-2-8.
Don't forget, you can become a member. You get discounts on meals, drinks, free race day entry as well, and the members' lounge. All access for only $20 as a young member today.
Strong contested mark taken by Kilty off the kick in at the 50. He's going to come wide though, not looking, going straight down the middle, ends up in the hands of Baldy. Baldy calls for someone to come to him, and he comes back inboard and is able to then find Haywood. He swings around onto his right foot, but it's a shocking kick. It's cut off straight away there by Lindsay. Lindsay got the handball off to Blair. That was Jack and Jared, whichever way you want to put it down, Paul. He gets the handball out from Jared to Jack, back to Lindsay. They're gang tackle 3-2 there.
No.
And umpire says...
You know what I'm not surprised at? I'm surprised the umpire didn't blow the whistle when it got close to the mud. So you've got to hold it up, spring it back this way, you big sooks.
They might put some rope around it at halftime.
Morrow got the handball out, taken by Lindsay. He's taken high, absolutely, and he's got the free kick out of that one. It was a secondary tackle that came over the top by Tong Long. That's what got the second one. The first tackle was good. Lindsay on the right, sends it forward. One of Brooks got the front position, got the tap down. Baldy wasn't able to collect it. Coming through there was Hutchison. He's wrapped up straight away. And the umpire off the balls paid a free kick there to go against Moe, against Danaher. I thought it was a good tackle, but Hutchison, he'll take the kick. Just Wonthaggi's side of centre wing. He plays on now on his right boot, delivers a ball inside 50. Kelty coming from the side, but ends up coming in third or fourth deep there was Cooper McInnes. Absolutely. We had Kilty coming in from the side. Moe had the two front players coming in from the side, but McInnes was able to come over the top and take that there at the end.
Pretty sure we touched on this at the start of the game. Their forward line was always going to worry for the Moe defence, and it's the matchups they were looking for at the moment. And I think the zone-off game by Kilty's not working now. I think he's going to have to find one of these kickers and really go hard on him.
McInnes comes in, looking for Wonthaggi's second goal of the quarter. Very deliberate, as I said, for his last one. This one's better, though. And he's put that one straight through the middle. And he's quite happy to give his Moe opponent a little bit of lip, too, as he goes and celebrates with his teammates.
It's one of those things, though, too. He's a little bit of deja vu when we saw when we saw Moe play Traralgon last time. Traralgon off to a really good start. And they used their pace and their pressure on Moe to get to that ascendancy. And it took Moe a little while to get themselves back in the game. I just hope they don't let it go too long again. And Moe has to find their mojo pretty quick.
A 28-point lead to Wonthaggi, the 8-minute mark of the second quarter on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Wonthaggi 5-6-36 are leading the Lions 1-8. Inside 50s this quarter, 6 to Wonthaggi, none to Moe.
That's the big one.
It is, and when you've got a player like Billy Gowers down there just not getting any football at all. Whereas at the other end, the star forwards are coming to play for the power. Back to the middle they go. Can they find something from this stoppage? Huther tapped it down. Working hard at ground level there is... Wouldn't be surprised if it's Danaher at the bottom. No, it was Prowse. A big ruckman doing some extra work. So we've got a secondary stoppage 9 minutes into this second quarter for the Moe Racing Club this afternoon, and Prowse will tap this one down. Sparks was in the front spot, couldn't go anywhere. Tackled from Baldy. Young membership's only $20 at the Moe Racing Club. Have some fantastic race meetings throughout the season. Do the Moe Racing Club again. Huther tapped it down. No one really going to get a clean stoppage from this. We'll have it again. Boxer.
Scott, I've just got information. They're going to bring out 4 pegs and some rope. They're going to rope off that area. They have to play around that centre patch for the rest of the afternoon.
Never seen senior football.
Unbelievable.
Being called out of the mud. And it's not that muddy, mind you. It's just a little bit slippery. Can they get something here? The underground handball there was from Ferrado. Tried to get it out to a teammate to run onto this one. Jacob Wood ends up on the end of it. Right foot kick. Goes into the shallow pocket. 1-on-1. Gowers just shoved his opponent out of the way and will dribble it.
No.
We might not. Oh, I thought that Chug Zambrero goal that I contender was in jeopardy. But it went through for a minor score, Paul.
Murray's first adventure inside 50 this quarter and their first score, 1-3-9. Trailing Wonthaggi 5-6-36. Moe Racing Club scoreboard, 10.5-minute mark, second quarter.
Schultz went to Mobilia, who checked it out wide, looking for a teammate in Williams. Missed him. Got a hand on it, though, although the free kick will be paid to Jackson Williams. Boxer, did you see it?
Yeah, he's called in the back, so sure what game I'm watching. Netball scores are interesting. Moe 32, Wonthaggi 18.
Thank you, Boxer. As Williams kicks the ball forward. And we've got a free kick off the ball. I'm pretty sure that was what it ended up being. Free kick off the ball and ends up there with Tom Long. We'll take the free kick. Comes inboard. Ends up there. Coming through to Scott Van Dyke. He's coming straight across to the other side of the ground to Brock Smith. Smith, he'll hit the leading target there. And a great kick there. Ends up in the hands of Maslin. Maslin comes back inboard.
Kelty's on Schultz, mismatch.
Ferrado goes forward. They need to move it forward. Coxedge. And both coming in from the side.
Ooh, how long?
I was going to say, well, I was thinking more 50. Coxedge, he's going to go long. He does. He dumps it, and the ball's just going to get inside the 50. Held up with that breeze. Reed came in, got the handball. Sparks is there at the ground. He goes out and ends up wide, and that'll end up in the hands of Davey. His raking left foot goes long, and it's a great kick if he can get out there. It's a run-on contest. Noah Anderson, first to the ball. His left foot centering ball. Bounce.
Chug.
Bounce the wrong way to Chug. Relieving handball came from Smith. and they'll take the kick, which has gone out of bounds on the full, and it'll be Wonthaggi who'll reload, quickly coming back inboard.
Hutchison dropped the mark there that was under a bit of pressure. Ground level Hayes tried to squeeze a handball out. Now they've got some numbers. Handball through the middle of the ground they go. Coxedge, through the back half of the ground it was. Sim now has it on the wing. Kicks to half forward. 2-on-1. Two small guys will win out against the big tall Prowse, and Blair's one of those. Quickly plays on. Squares it out wide now to Bates. He can go inboard. The numbers there in Hutha. Turn and handball to a runner. He's put Mobilia under pressure. Although he has to go and get it again, does Hutha. Quickly to Hayes. Out wide now to Murray. Can he gather it before Seppi closes? He does, but Murray was strong through the hips. Left foot kick to the pocket. It's going to go out of bounds, is it? No, there's going to be a contest. Ripped out of the hands of Reddit. He'll run into an open goal. Cooper McGuinness. Something out of nothing, if you don't mind. And all of a sudden, McGuinness has got 3 in a row. And this is danger signs. The margin's at 33 points.
Wow, I'm shocked because he had 2-on-1. It was a 2-on-1 contest. Looked like Reynolds was going to mark it 1-on-1 with him, and he pulled it out of his hands. And it had enough, I'm only going to say cojones, to take on 2 players, and he did. He did. And he showed him the ball while he was at it and said, "Thank you very much."
Enough
Great play.
cojones.
Well done.
And the Wonthaggi lead continues to grow at the 13-minute mark of the second quarter. It's out to 33 points on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Wonthaggi Power 6-6-42, leading Murray 1-3-9.
Big moments for the Mall Bowling Club. They were big moments, all right. The big cojones.
The big cojones.
Pot and Palmer night every Saturday night from 5:30pm, only $20, and the balls, has it disappeared out the back at South Street? I think it might have. Now just back into the arena.
We can do a quick up around the grounds thanks to Gippsland Furniture. What's wrong with you to Gippsland Furniture? Hardly normal furniture.
That's where I was going to go, but anyway.
Sandringham 86, so it's a 22-point lead to Sandringham down there at Mall at the moment. Gippsland Power Boys having a bit of an indifferent year this year, aren't they, Scud?
Yeah, they're a little bit up and down. They've had a few weeks off too to get back into the swing of things.
As the ball comes back into the middle, we'll get this one back underway after McGuinness put it 15 rows back. Hutha got the tap down with the left hand.
Free kick, Moe.
Free kick by the non-controlling umpire again. And that's going to end up in the hands of Danaher. He reloads. He puts the ball inside 50. 1-on-1 contest. There his Gowers came flying through. Took Jack Blair out of it with no regards for him whatsoever. The centering ball has ended up with Haywood. But I think old Jack Blair just went 20 metres in the air.
And I hope that's a bit of a light bulb moment there for Moe, because if they realise they get the ball inside 50, either Gowers is going to make his presence felt, or he's going to clear the path for somebody else to clear open here. So all we're going to now is a goal, and Moe have a little bit of a sniff to get themselves back into this game.
Haywood again, is it? Having another shot on goal. He pulls it to the left. Although it drops short, Prowse tried to put his hands up to mark the footy. Reid has to go and get his head over it, wins it. Handballs back to a teammate there in Bray. It's Knowles, who then clearing kick out wide. And just working hard, the centre half forward that is in Troy Harley, takes the mark, but he's on his half-back flank. He's going to square it up, and they're going to go with a switch because they've got numbers everywhere. Williams, he dropped the mark. It didn't matter. Fergus O'Connor's got enough space to give it back to Williams. Now he goes out wide to Cooper McGuinness and beautifully kicked. Weighted nicely. Hits him. He turns and delivers. The target's come. Hutchison shoves his opponent out the way. It was in the back. And the free kick will go Moe's way to Tom Long.
Yeah, that was pretty well a free kick I've ever seen one all day. But that slingshot footy they love to play, Wonthaggi, I told you, they've got that ant in their pants. They'll just move it as quick as they can to get it forward. And that ball carrier is just a little bit more. We would have seen Hutchinson having a shot at goal.
They're not reckless, though, are they, when they move it quick, Boxer?
No, and McGuinness, just how clean is he? How good is he?
Yep. So they trail by 33 points to the Lions. They try and hold on to this one coming out of their back half, but miss the target. And we've got a boundary throw in, and lots of Moe players are a little bit frustrated with the way things are going now on their home deck.
Absolutely, they are right in front of the cam bar. Ticked over 16 minutes. It's the Power leading by 33 points. Ball comes back in. Harley took the front position there. Kicked off the ground. Ended up coming out through Aslan. Strong contest. O'Connor, though, quick handball out to Spark. From 50, standing start.
Play on.
Umpires called touched, but then it's hit the post. Nothing out of the original contest. Ball came off that hands, hit the post, and we've got a minor score there for the Power.
The Power are now 6-7-43 on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, leading Murray 1-3-9.
Hey, Scott, I've had an itchy neck. I realised why I've got one. I've left the tag in the shirt. I was in a rut this morning.
Nick Machetta here this afternoon, thanks to Carpet Country. He's got a bit of carpet on his back at the same time as well. And now Prowse takes the mark at defensive 50, kicks to the win. It's a wobbly one. Lands in the hands of Hayward. Move it quickly and get it in there to Gowers. Isn't there? It is. It's Prowse on Blair. They've got to get it in. It's Schultz back there. Maslin, can he get it to Sim? Just put it high. They go low to Gowers, and he marks 2-3 bites, and then gets dumped. There's 50-metre penalty, and they might give it away. Harry Sim, stop. Harry Sim, is he giving away the free kick? Gowers is still down, mind you. He got crunched by Knowles. There's spot fires everywhere now. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you watch the footy where Boxer's got the fights?
Sim and O'Connor. Gowers now gets up, but hang on. Gowers says, yes, I'll take the 50. They were lucky there because Sim came in really late on Knowles. The 50 metres was paid. This is a big moment of the game. The fight's still occurring, mind you. Gowers has received a 50-metre penalty from point-blank range. He got up. And he's going to get his first of the afternoon. It's going to be at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. Gowers goes bang. Is that the spark that the Lions need? And all of a sudden, it's back to a 28-point margin. Boxer, what happened there?
Yeah, I encourage flying the flag. There's no doubt about it. But when you've got two central umpires, a boundary umpire behind you, and a goal umpire about 20 metres away, there's a time and a place. And it could have cost them a much-needed goal if the umpire had decided to change their mind as well. And I think what put the umpires off too was Gowers was still down and in a little bit of bother, which took the focus away from what had happened. So a much-needed goal, a good goal, hopefully gives enough confidence to the Moby side to get the back-to-back.
28-point lead to Wonthaggi, 18-minute second.
Here they go.
Harley got the tap down, but it was Danaher who kicked the ball out of the middle. Here we go again. Gowers over the back, wasn't able to take it. Wood was front and centre. He's wrapped up straight away. And we'll have another ball up there.
Does Gowers...
He's not frightened to jump, is he?
Does he care about his own body?
He does not care.
Holy moly.
Not sure he does. But there, great tap out there by Morrow. Ends up in coming down. But no one's able to get a clear kick away. Ball's wrapped up straight away. And we've got... I'm not sure what's he calling here.
My ball?
The ball up.
No.
That's a free kick to Moe.
Free kick to Moe for Boxer. Can you explain what's happened there?
I don't... Well, here we go.
Danaher, quick handballs out to Gowers from inside 50. And he goes bang!
Here we go.
Bang, bang!
There it is, a massive goal. That's huge. And we'll call it a set play because obviously they wanted to put the ball into Gowers' hands. And he just did... Not only was it only 2 steps, Scud.
Yeah.
He's hit it goalpost high, and we've got the regulation AFL goalpost here as well, and he's kicked that right nearly above the net size as well. So back-to-back goals for Moe, huge.
Absolutely huge.
22 points the margin at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. That margin in favour of Wonthaggi on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Wonthaggi 6-7-43. Moe are now up to 3-3-21.
Well, first stoppage in the middle. No one got it out. We're going to do it again. And they're getting stuck into Gowers every single time he goes near it. But he is the X factor of this game. And at the moment, you can see why. Can they get another one from the middle? Not on this occasion. Hayes gets a quick kick to Blair. Handles over his shoulder. Twisting and turning. Here's Harley. Quick kick inside towards Sparks from the midfielder who ran on top of the 50. Just left it behind. Tyson Biffin was there. He squeezed a handball out. Hayes picked it off though. Gives it to Blair. That's Jared. Kicks around the body. This time it travels out of bounds and goes on the full. And the free kick will go in the way of Tyler Pratt for the Lions.
Timmy, did you have any garlic in that muesli before? Because Jesus, you're on the breath.
21 minutes gone in the second quarter. Finally, the Lions are starting to get a little bit of mojo going. A little bit of fight. The comeback is on. Kick out again. Prowse goes high. And that was the Nick variety. Free kick. Take the mark. Whatever you want. It's his on the halfback flank. He looks down the line. There's lots of numbers, but he's going to kick it down there anyway. Going back was Blair in the end on his own. He dropped the mark, really, that he should have taken. Comes to ground level. No one can get it out. The umpire will ball it up. Far side of the ground on the wing. 21 and a half minutes gone. It's now back to 22 points.
There's about 1,000 of them that are just pushing and shoving it there.
Again,
where the umpires need to take control of this game, otherwise it could go the wrong way, Boxer.
It can, and...
Gowers is up there as well.
Both ruckmen holding each other, but as expected, the umpire pulls a free kick out to try and get the ball moving. Kick ball inside for Moe's 50, but the relieving mark's taken there by Staley. And the Power will look to resettle here. Just about to tick over 22 minutes gone here in the second quarter.
All jokes aside, though, that whistle from the back of the netball is really confusing us here. Imagine what it's doing out in the ground at the minute too.
Absolutely it is. Knowles from the back pocket. His kick out wide goes over the top there.
They must have a bigger P in their whistle than what the boundary umpires have here in the netball.
Over Hayes, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Out on the far side, half forward flank for the Moe Lions. Ticked over 22 minutes and the 22-point margin in favour of the Power.
Ball comes back into the field of play. Harley's doing the ruck work. Got out to the back. Tried to crash his way through there was Coxedge. Or Van Dyke it was in the end. But Wonthaggi got some numbers through Lindsay. Wobbling kick in ball. Oh! Tried to make a big hanger. No free kick. Didn't get anywhere near the footy. Umpire missed that one, but I'm okay to let it go. Chug handballs over the shoulder. Biffin just grabs it. Puts the ball to boot. He relieves the pressure, but only momentarily. As standing under that one, is it Mitch Hayes?
How do all three of them miss it?
Yeah, exactly. He flew early. Didn't get a hand on it. No free kick was paid, and there's a little push and shove off the ball. It's Wood and Chug. And Mitch Hayes decides to left foot kick it straight down Declan Kelty's throat. And he'll square it up. He goes out wide to Brock Smith. He's got a runner if he wants to give the hands. That runner is Biffin. 1, 2, 3 grabs. And then just rushes his kick. Sits it on the top of the head there of his teammate in Mulqueen, who we haven't seen a great deal of in this game. And he's happy to see it over for a boundary throw-in. Sunny afternoon at Ted Summoner Reserve. Great to have your company. It's a big blockbuster clash around 11 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League at the moment. It's the Power by 22 points.
Harley got the tap down in front. And the ball wrapped up straight away.
Just a quick interesting scores from around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland. The Gippsland League, Bairnsdale 9 straight 54, Druin 4-9 33.
Free kick to the Lions coming out of the ruck contest. It'll go to Ben Morrow. He comes out wide to here to the grandstand side wing.
Brooks and Mobilia both come on for the boundary and realised the ball was coming their way.
Boxer, I don't know who gave you the scores, but on here it's 31 points apiece.
There you go. Good little comeback by Druin. Well done, Box. Up-to-date scores thanks to Nick Lacino this afternoon. Got his finger on the pulse.
Thanks, Paul Carter.
No, it's come through. Handball out came out from Chug. It's ended up there in the hands of Mitch Hayes.
Got my back.
Kicked the ball through. All through Davey. He's wrapped up straight away. We'll have a ball up. Centre half forward for the Power. 24 and a half minutes gone here in the second quarter. We've got a 22-point margin in favour of the Power, but it's the Lions who have had more control in the last 5 minutes. Prowse, Huther came over the top. Good tap down. Kick out of the pack there. Ends up and going to be marked there by Jack Blair. Thought about playing on, but then thought better of it. O'Connor's calling for it to be squared up. Nothing coming from that. He goes out wide. Ends out into the hands there of Knowles. Knowles delivers a ball in forward, but it's 1-on-4. Hutchins from the back.
Oh!
Kilty came through with the relieving punch. And he's knocked the ball through for a minor score.
Taking Wonthaggi to 6-8-44. Their lead is 23 points over Moe, who are 3-3-21. That's a Moe Racing Club scoreboard at the 25-minute mark of the second quarter.
Now, Paul, I know you're watching it live.
Free kick.
I think it's delayed by a quarter.
Free kick called there for the Lions. And it'll come out in their hands now of Danaher.
Could be right, Box.
In front of the Canbar here at Ted Summerton Reserve. Danaher goes back inside. Lands there in the hands of Biffin. Biffin's looking to switch the play, and he does. He runs across the goals. Kicks the ball. Jared Blair's going to look to try and get there. He does. He gets a hand involved. Well done. I know, but then the handball was able to be picked up by Van Dyke. Comes out to Renitz. Renitz comes back to this side and ends up back where we started into the hands of Danaher. But he's got a free player in Boldy. He doesn't hit him. He hits Coxedge instead. Coxedge back, looking back towards the middle. 1-on-3 contest. Lindsay goes at it. Jack Blair steps around one on his right boot. Kicks forward. Hutchison.
Free kick.
He's taken out of the contest there. Renitz was going back with the flight of it. Just tried to stop him from his momentum, which he did. But Hutchison will get the free kick. And a steadying goal boxer needed here for the Power.
It was great, just a great level head then too by Blair. He could have blazed in as well.
Blazed away
and
too.
knew that Hutchinson had that little step behind Renitz, and he's good off the mark there too, Hutchinson. So it was either going to be a mark but a professional free kick in the end by Renitz, because he knows he can't kick in front of goals. We'll say that.
He's kicked one. He's missed a couple. This to try and get his second. Comes in. And puts that one straight through the middle. And
he's in a bigger relief.
I think he celebrated to you then, Box, with a double fist.
He gave the signal to Boxer and said, that one went straight through, Boxer. Thanks for the tips.
That's okay. All I'm now is waiting for an apology from Paul Carter for making me look like a dill with the scores, because I know what I have and you know what you've got.
I think you do a pretty good job of it yourself.
Okay, I'll let Paul Carter go with the score then.
And the score here is 7-8-50 Wonthaggi at the 27-minute mark of the second quarter. They lead by 29 points over Moe, who are 3-3-21. Box, I'm only going what I can see on the screen there.
Exactly right.
And so am I.
As back to the middle, Hutha tapped it down. Not going anywhere on that occasion was Sparks.
How about we call this game, Scud?
Yep.
Don't worry about this one for now.
It is the second quarter, and it's thanks to the Moe Racing Club. If you like discounted meals, drinks, free race day entry, you need to become a young member today at the Moe Racing Club, because it's only $20. And especially if you age between the age of 18 and 25, I'll be able to get mine on Monday, no doubt, as the ball goes back up, grabbed it out of the ruck, Chris Prowse, gave it off to the runner hand. Sim drives a right foot kick in, one-on-one there. Can't quite mark it, but got a foot to it there was Billy Gowers. And the Staley matchup has been a good one this afternoon. Gowers has set things alight in the second quarter for the Moe, but they still trail by 29 points here late into the second quarter. We've got a boundary throw in at the moment. Front spot is Prowse, taps it forward. Running onto this one was Murray. Gave the 1-2 handle from Hayes back to Murray. Kick around the body, though, is turned over. And Baldy, on the far side of the ground, quickly plays on, gets to 50. Can he find the target? Gowers will fly 4 deep. Reed in the front. Does it get out the back? No. Staley grabbed it and said, get it out of here as quickly as possible. And he dumped it towards the top of his 50. Numbers around this footy now. Hands and knees was Jared Blair. And then he squeezed Amble out. The advantage will be paid. Riley Baldy from 40 will have a flying shot at goal. He likes it. He celebrates before it left the boot, and he put it through. And late in the second quarter, again, Moe respond.
Yeah, good smart thinking there from Baldy as well. The free kick was there. Had enough up top to say, I'm going to keep going with this one as well. And that was a great running goal under the circumstances. That strong breeze that's just pushing across the ground and blowing players over. He was able enough to show some good balance and kick a nice goal. They've made goals out of nothing so far this quarter. I think if they can peg one back here, they're going to be right in it and giving something the one thing to think about at half-time.
23-point margin, right in the shadows of the half-time siren here. Moe Racing Club scoreboard, 4-3-27 Moe, 7-8-50 Wonthaggi.
Prowse went early, but then was able to get the tap, but he's given it a free kick to Hutha. He's gone early all day, Prowse. Hutha kicks the ball forward. Picked up, great pick up there by Davey. Gets the handball out there. They would end up with Murray. Murray gets the ball back to Davey, kicks the ball through over the top of the players. And there's our half-time siren. And it'll be the Wonthaggi Power that'll head into the break, 23 points in front.
7-8-50 the Power, leading Moe, as Timmy just said, 4-3-27. The second quarter was all thanks to the Moe Racing Club. If you want to become a member and you're a young member, aged between 18 and 25, join today for only $20. Get discounts on meals, drinks and race day entry as well. Entertaining second quarter, if you don't mind. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM. We've got the halftime break coming up, and we do it for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Thank you.
in all areas. So,
well, there won't be Shannon Bray. Looks like he's done for the afternoon, so there'll be no come back there, Timmy.
Well, he's from Wonthaggi, not from Maui, so I hope he's not trying to come back from Maui. But anyway, because I tipped Maui, so when that's who we need him to come back.
I'm just saying I'm just trying to turn it into another comeback.
Special comments this afternoon. Thanks, Nick Lucchino, for Carpet Country.
They're special, all right.
Yep, he helps dreams become a reality since 1981.
He wanted to sharpen that attitude up this second half.
Still a bit of food from half time, mate, if you still want.
I've got to thank the ladies from Maui, ladies and men, who've given us a plethora of food this afternoon.
Yes, very good good work. Mrs. Kelty doing wonderful things in there as well. So
a plethora of food means a lot to us.
Yes.
Big sponsors day, of course, for the Maui Football Netball Club. Sponsors do wonderful things for local football, and it's great that every club recognises their sponsors. So without them, we couldn't have this wonderful game of football with these guys running around with footballers and netballers as well out in the park. Boxer's about to have a marshmallow. That's pretty much how he played his football career as well. As this third quarter for McDonald's is about to get underway. Before we do, we've got a quick netball score for us. Have you Boxer in the A-grade netball over there?
Yeah, one-way street here for Maui, 56 to Wonthaggi 32.
As you'd expect, Maui sits second on the ladder in A-grade netball, while Wonthaggi are just outside the top five at the moment in sixth spot. So the Lions look to put a little bit of pressure on the Tigers as this game is back underway. Lindsay had the footy and got it away, but the umpire said, no, I just might want to ball this one back up again.
They've moved away from the mud again.
They did. They backed out as they're two ruckmen again. Morrow's going to start the ruck duties. A little bit confusion there. I thought Brody Mobility was going to take the ruck. He ended up winning the contest. Gave it quickly across to the runner there in Bates. Drives it in the target at Harley, but just missed him. Lands in the field of play, though, and then trickles over. And we'll have a boundary throw it inside 30 seconds. Again, they're inside their forward 50, Tim.
Prowse started on the bench as opposed to starting ruck, so Morrow was in there. So interesting to see whether he comes back on here in the second half.
Well, Morrow in the front spot, tapped it down, though Lindsay nearly read it better and took it on the run. Got around the tackler of Wood, handballs over the top where Jared Blair was there. He shrugged the shoulder and then rolled out of bounds for another boundary throw-in.
Wood's gone to the middle now for Maui as well. Normally starts forward. Maybe just to give them a bit more bite in the midfield.
With Shannon Bray being out, if Maui can get it inside their forward 50 quickly, with the defence sort of lacking of Bray, they might just be a chance, Timmy.
Wood kept the ball in front of himself. He was wrapped up straight away, though, and we'll have... No, the ball's come out. Umpire put the whistle to the mouth, and now we'll come in and ball it up.
Well, they've basically done it without him anyway, Scud, so far. So,
yep.
Give credit where credit's due to the current Wonthaggi defence. They've held up pretty well.
Morrow front gets a tap down. And
kicking in danger.
Kicking in danger looked to be the call there, and it'll be Danaher that'll take the relieving kick. He's called to play on. Looks to go around and does get around Hoother on the left foot and finds Baldy out on the far side. He comes inboard with the big kick. It's got to be spot on. It wasn't, though. Hayes cuts it off. It's a tough kick. It's the kick that they need to make, but he's got to be pinpoint if he's going to get that one right. Hayes delivers the ball back inside 50. Biffin came across. Wasn't able to take the mark. Kilty was first back to the ball. He gets that handball back out to Biffin. He kicks it out to the far wing. 2-on-1 contest. They all went up. No one was able to get their hands on it. Wonthaggi got the handball out there through Knowles. He delivers the ball forward and finds out there in the hands of Bates. Bates gets around one on his right foot. Delivers the ball forward. Just chops it inside there. But Baldy coming back and cutting it across. Takes a relieving mark for the Lions. And he'll try and take the kick here from the back pocket.
Wonthaggi like to hold on to it in their back half. Maui are just sort of kicking to contest after contest and, unfortunately, are not winning those 50-50s because, again, Power go forward and they get it to the top of the 50 where Aidan Lindsay gets on the end of it. He turns around. He's too far out to score, kicking into a bit of a breeze. He looks up. He wants another target. He goes to the smallest man on the field. It goes over his head. That was Davey. Although Chug comes out, caught one high. It's Cooper McGuinness in the end. Sorry, getting one high. They both got the long sleeve. Someone mouthed off.
That was Baldy.
Baldy mouthed off, and they said, come and have 50. So to open up this third quarter for McDonald's, 3 minutes in, Cooper McGuinness is all of a sudden going to end up with 4 goals. And that's not what the Lions wanted, but it's exactly what the Power wanted. And McGuinness from point-blank range chips it over the top of Kelty on the mark. And McGuinness now has 4.
It's a deflating 50, that one, Scud. It really... saps the confidence out of the Maui players when we can just be a little bit undisciplined then too by Baldy. I can see why he was frustrated. He dropped a mark he should have taken. And then when he gave away the free kick, he was pretty quick to let the umpire know that May not have been there, but it was pretty obvious that it was.
And that goal takes Wonthaggi to a 29-point lead. We're 3 minutes into the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has the power at 8:56. Moe 4-3-27.
Two ruckmen go at it. Morrow got the tap down. Unable to take it cleanly there, though, was Moe, who's wrapped up straight away, was the Wonthaggi player. We'll have a ball up here, right in the middle of the ground here at Ted Summerton on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Coming to you on Gippsland Live. Ben Morrow takes it straight out of the ruck, gets a quick kick round the corner. Bouncing ball, 1, 2, 3. Able to pick it up there, though, in the end and deliver the ball forward. Coming through there on Gowers on a great lead. Perfectly weighted kick coming forward there by Coxedge, and the Gowers will go back and he'll look to put his third on the board for the Moe Lions. And a much-needed goal, and then they need to get some momentum, Boxer.
They do, mate, and if anyone's going to kick one this afternoon from this pocket, it'll be this guy here. I think he's a prestigious kick, isn't he?
Tough kick with the breeze going from right to left.
Just
Over
outside.
that left goalpost, I think.
Left or right? Left. Tries to bring it back, pushes it straight across the face, and hits a behind post.
Oh, the
That's
way
out
the
of
wind's
bounds.
swirling here today, you've been having it going in every direction.
I would have put it outside right goalpost,
Yeah.
Scud, but anyway, we'll leave it to the concrete's hand full forward in Boxer.
Concrete head, did you say?
Hands. Ball comes back in, the mark's taken by Huther.
Margin at 29 points now in favour of Wonthaggi. As Huther's kick out wide. Didn't quite get to the target that he wanted to, and there'll be another stoppage on the half-back flank as Sparks... on that occasion it's Williams who puts on some nice pressure tackles. Wonthaggi's pressure's been fantastic all afternoon. Quick kick from that stoppage was from Seppi. High, not very long though. Top of the 50 it goes. Couldn't quite mark it was Ferrado. At ground level it does. Got leg? No. Play on to the umpire. And now the non-officiating umpire did say that he was legged. And the free kick will come back to... And it looks to be, is it Luke Mulqueen? I think it is on that far side of the ground. He's man on the mark stands about 45. He's going to have to kick this probably about 50 metres, you'd think. As Luke Mulqueen has a bit of a look, a lot of indecision on what he's going to do. He rolls back. He wants to go long. Again, there's not many on the goal line. He skips. He's hesitant from 49, gets underneath it. I don't know why he was worried about the distance, because he pulled it and it carried halfway up the goalpost, but it was on the wrong side of the stick ball cutter.
It takes Moe to 4-4-28, 28 points in arrears of Wonthaggi, who are 8-8-56. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard 6.5 played, third quarter.
Power will bring the ball back in through Knowles, delivers the ball out to the two ruckmen. Huther 1-2, wasn't able to bring it down, but then rove the ball down. He's
Free kick.
been paid for a throw. We'll take it as that one. And it'll be Nick Prowse that'll look to send the ball straight back in. Gowers is calling for it straight away into the
3-on-1.
It is a 3-on-1. He's going to have to fly.
Oh.
He was coming from 3 deep with a strong mark in front by Kyle Reid. Just had no one there, and Wonthaggi Power, they knew where the ball was going to go, and they just dropped back straight into his pocket, and Reid took the strong contested mark. He's got a few out here out in front of the cam bar to call it long. And he does. Hutchinson's one, and he roves his own work. Gets the handball out towards McGuinness. Handball back to Hutchinson. The quick hands there from Davey. And we'll get the ball over the... Hayes was to Davey, and the ball comes straight over the boundary line. In between the two coaches' boxes here, grandstand side at Ted Summerton.
You can get why Gowers gets frustrated. You know, you've got 3 opponents to play him, but just say slow ball in, which really creates those 3-on-1s.
Needed to come in straight away. Morrow took front position and got the big tap forward. Sparks will be first to get to it. Baldy wraps him up, come through and knocked over the ball. Over the boundary line there was by Seppi. And we'll have another boundary throw in front of the Moe coaches box.
Zambrero goal today. Contender, obviously, at the moment, sits with Isaac Chugg. Absolute great check side back in that second quarter. Of course, the new menu is out now in Traralgon and also in Warragul. As this ball comes back in, trying to stand up in the tackle there was Chris Prowse. He had a long way to go to pick it up and then stand up. We'll do it again. What do Moe need to do? They need to open it up. They've got to hold onto the footy. What is it, Boxer, they need to do to get back into this game?
It's a quick play. They just got to get the ball moving and do what Wonthaggi did in that first half. And there we go now from Danaher.
Bust through a couple, then just kicked around his body. Top of the 50 it goes. Knowles was back there. Beautiful pick up by Williams. Got tackled immediately. The advantage will be played. Gowans will run in. He does not miss. He is dead eye. I tell you what, he's got another one, and he is an excitement machine. If he's going to spark him, I tell you what, there's still a chance because he is lethal.
He's unreal. That ball just went to ground and, again, had that football smarts just dive on it. And his pace, though, look, his explosiveness over that 5 or so metres, no one was getting near him, and he had no worries about kicking that goal. And that's his third for the Arvo.
And brings the margin back to 22 points in Wonthaggi's favour. We're at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Wonthaggi 8-8-56, leading Moe 5-4-34.
As you said, Boxer, that pace was electric there coming through the forward line. Prowse back into the ruck, and he gets the tap down. Unable to take it cleanly there, though, but picked up, though, by Lindsay. Lindsay fans it out through to Murray. Murray comes out wide and doesn't. It finds in Hutchison just outside 50. Looks forward. Get out of the way, Boxer. Can't see. Hutchison. We're really worried about food. Sends the ball inside the smallest bearing, Blair McInnes. He wasn't able to pick it up, but Sparks was. Gets around one. Gets the handball out to McInnes. He's slow to get rid of it. And he's taken down. And a great tackle was called play on. And now Moe have been paid a free kick against for a throw. McInnes, I'm not sure what happened there, what the umpire was watching. That's as clear a rundown as you're ever going to see. That is a dead set holding the ball.
This is a game changer because 2 seconds later they get one away that's a little throw. You pay holding the ball every day of the week.
There wasn't really a throw either, but anyway, we'll go with that. But that was definitely a holding the ball and should be Moe ball. Coming through here is Bates. He delivers the ball forward. He comes back. Wasn't able to quite make the distance and knocked on through there by the Lions for a rush behind.
Taking them back to the half-time margin of 23 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. 8-9-57 Wonthaggi, Moe 5-4-34.
Juicy chicken covered in crispy, mouth-watering, spicy coating. Where do you go, Boxer? Macca's every day of the week. And that kick in out of full back is going to come straight back because Jack Blair has it. Kicks it towards the pocket, McGuinness. But Declan Kelsey's strong. Takes the intercept mark. Can they get some run that Boxer's looking for? Kicks it out wide. Oh, backpedaling there was Prowse. And Chris just couldn't get his legs moving quick enough. He won't become a boundary umpire in future years. And he missed it and went out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
It's that disposal again, Scud, we talked about. It was a quick play, just move it, but the disposal wasn't where it needed to be.
11 minutes into this third quarter for McDonald's from the stoppage. Quick kick on that occasion was from Ferrado. He looked for the boundary line and found it. It was touched, so he got away with one. It wasn't deliberate.
Interesting little statistic here. Wonthaggi have the upper hand in the quarter-by-quarter, Scud.
Yep.
But Moe a third, so only second to Leon Gaffer. So they're up there, they're top three, so they've got a chance.
Okay, yeah, good statistic, I think he said. Was that Paul? Is that right?
That's the word.
Statistic.
Statistic, yeah.
So I had a blueberry stuck in me too.
Does he know it's got a T in there somewhere?
I'm not sure what's happened.
What's in your water? Hang on.
Kick here from Wonthaggi, but they the ball straight back over there and it's in the hands of Baldy. Far side centre wing. His kick, though, is chipped straight up into the air. Became a contest that it didn't need to be. Slow play of the ball and it's knocked out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in.
It's been the difference, Box and Timmy, hasn't it? It's been that the slow kick that then goes to a 50-50, whereas Wonthaggi are able to hold it, zing it. When they need to go, they can go. Moe just haven't got any rhythm at all at the moment.
Prowse got the tap down. Unable to get through everywhere. Was Sparks. Wrapped up by Baldy. And we'll have a ball up here on true centre wing. I'm not sure Moe's adjusted with the wind. I reckon a lot of their kicks are just keep carrying.
Bit swirly.
Haven't got enough on it. Prowse got the tap down. Ends up there, kicked off the ground there by Danaher. Wasn't able to get too much distance, but it's gone along the lines. We'll have another boundary throw in down that far side.
Seriously, you guys are taking the willy, aren't you? There's no wind. I'm looking at a smoke that come over the chimney over here. It's going straight up.
Out of a what?
Out of a chimney.
Out of a chimney. It's two ruckmen go at it. Prowse does well, taps it straight to the ground. Mobilia, he's wrapped up straight away. What are you doing, Boxer?
We'll get some A-grade netball scores for you. Those games have finished. We do know that Moe have won, but we'll get some scores for you as well. We let you know that Druin might be on their way to their first victory. Paul Carter gives me the scores, and it tells me at the moment that Druin are up 45-31. So that's into the third quarter as well down there. Looking for their first win, the Hawks.
Ball's just inside Moe's 50 as the two ruckmen go at it. Prowse again. It's been handy coming back on the ground. Danaher.
Free kick. Oh, they've called it. No, they've pointed the wrong way.
They have to have pointed the wrong way.
This is going Moe's way, isn't it? For sure. Yes, it is.
Yeah. I was going to say, everyone was confused there. No one knows exactly what was going on. but that's going to be Danaher.
So, boys, Tomahu has had one hit out this quarter. Prowse and Morrow have had 8 each. They're just not taking advantage of that advantage.
Clearances, Paul?
Clearances are 5-3 Mowie's way, but
yeah.
Wonthaggi
They're dominating.
Yeah.
Yep. So Danaher, with the breeze, he could have the distance.
Gowers is on too.
He's come in. He crosses the 50 on the left. Sends the ball forward. It's got the distance. No,
wow.
Has it got the accuracy? Absolutely it does.
Here they come.
That is a big moment for the Mulwell Bowling Club. Pot and Palmer night every Saturday from 5:30 for only $20, Boxer.
Yeah, that was great work. He was never going to get that off. We've seen Ben Danaher kick some absolute booming goals throughout the year, and that was no different than what he's done in the past. It was a fantastic uplifting kick too, because every Maui player, they come from everywhere, Scud. I think they're up and about now the last few minutes, the Maui side. So stay with us. Things are starting to spice up.
Certainly are, Boxer. It's a 17-point margin now in Wonthaggi's favour. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard at the 14.5-minute mark of the third quarter has Wonthaggi 8-9-57 to Maui 6-4.
Here they go again in the middle of the ground. Sim has it, right foot kick into the dangerous spot. In the front spot on this occasion is Knowles. Takes the mark in front of Gowers. And he quickly transfers play to the outside. This is where they get him. The midfielders spread quicker because Sparks has got an absolute paddock on the half-back flank. He had a bounce, and now his right foot kick goes in the direction of Chug. Front spot, though, is Declan Kelty.
For all the time he had, why would you kick it to where Kelty was standing?
Yeah, he thought the Chug was going to stand on his shoulders.
Wouldn't have thought so.
Didn't happen. Kelty's kick got over the top there of Ferrado. It is going to find the boundary line, though, and they get a chance to reset, Boxer.
Yeah, they've gained yardage, but they're getting killed around the stoppages. So why try and kill the ball? They get the skills right, move the ball a little bit quicker, and Declan's probably been on the end of 2 poor kicks this quarter already.
Well, they've done a lot of things not the best today, Moe, but they only trail by 17 points. As Boxer said, it's starting to spice up just a little bit. 15 minutes into this third quarter for McDonald's. If they can get another one, it's game on for sure.
Absolutely. As Prowse got another tap down, Baldy came flying through, wasn't able to pick it up. Swing around the corner and inside Moe's 52-on-2 contest. No one's able to take the mark. Schultz was trying to get the ball out. He was wrapped up straight away. And we'll have another ball up. This is similar to the Moe-Traralgon game that we did, where Traralgon got the lead and were well and truly in front, and Moe just slowly pegged them back. And it feels a very similar type of contest as the ball goes up here inside Moe's 50. No one's able to take it out. Prowse got the handball out, ends up with the hands of Wood. He snapped round over the left shoulder.
Oh, Kyle Reid.
Reid on the last line of defence gets the tap through for a rush behind.
Margin now 16 points. It's 41, 6-5-41 Moe, 8-9-57 Wonthaggi.
Reid's kick quickly.
Now I think that's out on the full.
Did he kick it in the square box? Or did he roll out of the square when he kicked it?
Yeah, I didn't see if he rolled out.
Well, anyway, we've got a boundary throw in. Top of the 50 for the Lions. Can they get some movement on the pace? Prowse gave it off to Baldy. Spun around. Lost the footy. Play on to the umpire. Again, they were wrapped up.
A lot better there by Moe. Just a little bit of attack through the mid. They just got to win a couple of stoppages here. Here we go.
Can they find it again? Big fly early from Knowles. Had 2 or 3 taps. He's hurt the opposing ruckman. Kick around the body there from Hayes it was to McGuinness. He'll happy see it go over because it gives them a chance to reset 70 metres or out from their goal.
He might have got one in the...
solar plexus.
In the agates. Look at it. And,
that's the medical term for solar plexus.
Again... They're fine because a big fist goes their way from Chris Prowse.
Did you see that?
I was going to say, Harley missed the ball and
he's got one down low and then he's got one up high straight. He doesn't even know where to hold it.
He's got enough hands to hold it on.
He's got to hold it.
Another boundary throw in. There'll be a free kick to Knowles.
I can see why Harley, he's frustrated for throwing him to the deck. Because I need to breathe.
Harley... At his defensive 50, it's a low, shallow kick to McGuinness. Doesn't quite get there. Long put a hand up. Kelty's nice handball out the back to Biffin. His kick was smothered. Working hard now was Brooks. Handball underground from Rennett's to Coxedge. Now back to Brooks. High kick. It's all Wonthaggi. And nicely done there. And it was good work by Troy Harley to protect his coach in Jared Blair, who takes the uncontested mark and will square it back to Reid.
Absolutely. Prowse was going to eat him up if he didn't get protected there in that one. Reid just looking to slow the ball down. He does, and he then hits up Mitch Hayes.
This is where they've been really good. These little, their little 45s inside.
That's what they do.
Target, bang, in.
Hayes to Jack Blair.
This is what they did against Traralgon as well.
He went to go right, then he came back to his left and then used his right foot. Wasn't able to find it there. Was Brooks, though. He dropped the mark. Mobilia, he comes board inside 50, ends up there in the hands of Tom Davey. He goes on his right foot. Not sure that was the right decision. And coming across there is Tom Long with the two-handed punch and push it out.
That was a good play there by Biffin. Biffin, I could see what Davey wanted to do. It was Anderson that got out the back. But he just did enough to hold him up to get that kick to actually air it. Enough time for the Moe player to get... What are you laughing at?
19 minutes into the third quarter for McDonald's. They lead by 16 points to Wonthaggi. Chugs hard up on the boundary line from the boundary throw-in. We know he can kick a Zambrero goal today. He already has one this afternoon. Don't forget, you can try the new toaster burrito boxer or the kids' Zam box as well.
Zam box is the way to go.
Take the kids.
I don't care if you're shorter than me. All right, you're going to get one.
Zambrero, Terrelgan, and now in Victoria Street Warrior from the stoppage. Danaher grabbed it, kicked around the body. Boxer's doing his kung fu moves in the box. On no one.
And if that was the AFL, that would have been played insufficient intent.
Exactly right.
The ball went 60 metres.
20 minutes gone into the third quarter. It's a 16-point margin. It's been 2-1 in the quarter in the favour of the Lions. And we've got a boundary throw in.
Harley got that tap down. We've got players around everywhere. The ball's not going to come out, and the umpire will come back in and ball it up.
That intent rule last week in the AFL, Richmond versus St Kilda, there would have been 20 that were paid last week, and normally you would say maybe 3 or 4% of them would have been intent, and the rest of them was the umpire saying, well,
it's insufficient.
Harley got the tap out and went straight over the boundary line, and we'll have another ball in here on the half-forward flank for Moe. Morrow got that one down. Ends up and comes out in the handball out towards Danaher. His left boot sends the ball forward to a 2-on-2 contest, but Fergus O'Connor used his body. The umpire said wasn't allowed, and we'll have a free kick going towards Moe. They need to move the ball quickly here. Mulqueen was slow with it, but a long kick into a one-on-one contest. But going back was Reid.
Here he is.
Unable to take the mark was Gowers, though. Swings around onto the left boot. And
he's missed.
Just pushed it across the face.
He's human.
And he threw for a minor score. How good was the bodywork, Boxer?
It was fantastic too. Again, he had 2-on-1. Ball comes to ground, but it's just his both sides of the feet, the body. His feet are fantastic.
Just a 15-point margin now in the scores. 42 points to 57. Wonthaggi leading. 21 minutes played in the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Schultz's kick out from full back made Hutchison work, but boy, oh boy, what an effort. A diving mark on the boundary line. He was paid the mark, and now his little inside kick has found a teammate in Jackson Williams, half-back flank for the Power.
Happen to roll their half-forwards up, Scud, so that's where Hutchison's up the ground.
Yep.
McGuinness sometimes up the ground, Harley as well, and they work hard back.
Williams' wobbly kick crashing over the back was Chug, and be careful, you don't want to turn it over, Brock Smith. He's won the free kick, dumped Chug after it. He's still got the ball, though, for the Lions. Kicks it back down the line. High kick. Target there is Baldy, one of the smallest ones out there. Coming across to help there was it Prowse? No, it was Baldy doing some extra work over there as well. We'll get a stoppage anyway. Half-forward flank, 22 minutes gone. Front spot there was Morrow. Beautiful tap to Cox edge. Kicks around the body. One-on-one. Here he is, Gowers. Oh, at the toes. Knowles did well. Grabs the footy and belts it back to the top of the 50 it goes. Contest, no one can mark. Baldy, though, gets it at ground level. Squeeze it into Van Dyke, who took on the tackler. Got it to Morrow. Now they've turned it over. And Morrow just absolutely manhandled his Wonthaggi opponent.
Murray.
And it was... looked to be back there, was it Bates, I think it was. And he was at that stoppage again, and he kicks it around the body. Taking the mark now there was Cooper McGuinness, who is his turn to roll high boxer. He's on the half-back flank now for the Power.
McGuinness kicks it in on the mark. Big mistake. Morrow fumbled what he should have kept on. Wrapped up straight away by Hoother.
They're not taking advantage of it, are they, Murray? They're just not taking advantage of the turnover.
Morrow just needed to be clean there and get it straight through, and they would have been back inside 50. He gets the tap down there again, though, Morrow. Ends up with Davey. Handball out, nothing happening there on the far wing. The umpire's going to come. He's going to play holding the ball for someone that dragged it in. Doesn't surprise me that we've got a special call out of that contest where there was 6 blokes that were all over it, but apparently one of them dragged it in.
Morrow will be the free kick. Quick score, Boxer around the ground. Something's happening.
Yeah, Drew, and well in front now. 26 points in front, even though Bairnsdale's got to kick a goal here at the moment. It's 59-33.
Morrow, they get the ball inside. Baldy kicks it in. Up to the contest, up to the ground, over the back. Big Prowse has come through. Nick Prowse put the boot up, taking a strong mark from behind, and this to bring the margin back under 10 points.
Do you think in this situation, though, too, one less rotation from Wonthaggi will make a bit of a difference too, Scud?
Well, down back, you probably wouldn't have thought so. They can afford not to have a rotation down back with the keys.
Prowse comes in, deliberate approach, puts it on the boot, and
bang,
puts it straight through. And here come the Lions for their third in a row.
You hit the nail on the head before too, Scud. They're not playing great footy at the moment, Moe. Now they only find themselves 9 points behind in a game where Wonthaggi's had full control of, but they've been able to score on the rebound each time. But I reckon they could have been a lot more in front, or probably be in front, if they've been able to capitalise on some of these stoppages they've had in the middle of the ground.
9 point margin. First time we've had a single figure margin since the 13-minute mark of the first quarter. We're at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Moe now 7-6-48, trailing Wonthaggi by those 9 points. The Power are 8-9-57.
We have an absolute game on our hands, of course. As we expected, we all tipped it within about a goal or two before the game started. We got just that. Again, can they get one? Hard off the line there was Bates. Nicely done. Squeezed a handball out to Murray. Under pressure now, the Power. Gives it across to Blair. Back to Murray. Left foot kick out wide. Finds a target. And it's Sparks. And Sparks will just take the heat out of it. Take his time and have a look down the line. They usually like to hold on to the footy here. Blair's on his own if he wants him. He ignores that one. He's looking for a target he can hit, and he kicks it in the direction of Harley, but coming across nicely. Was it Brock Smith? It is. Very athletic in front of Troy Harley. And now the Lions now have it. They're at half-back flank. They'll hold on to the ball. Inboard now to Seppi. Rolls to the left foot. Goes to half forward. Prowse is a target. It gets over the back. Where are the runners? It's all Wonthaggi. Jack Blair was back there. He's low to the ground. He got one over the shoulder. And he's got himself a free kick. He'll do what the Power like to hold on to it. Slow it up. He squared it to Reed, and Reed's got one on. It's Staley. He finds him right in front of the Cam bar. Nice little crowd here. Getting a bit chilly outside, but the boys at the Cam bar don't mind. Staley will go backwards again to Reed. Reed will look to the far side. Presenting out wide is Bates. It's not going to get there on the full, but it sits up nicely for him with a right foot kick now. Nicely done to his coach in Jared Blair on the wing. As the Power still lead by 9 points late in the third quarter.
Ticked over 26 minutes here. Blair, true centre wing, far side. Looking for a nice hit-up lead, and he finds it. Unable to take the mark, though, and called play on. Opponent, Baldy, gets it back. Delivers a ball inside 50. 1-on-1 contest. Knowles in front. He's played pretty well, considering how good Gowers has been.
Yeah, Brock Smith has been great, too, for Moe the last couple of times they've gone forward, the Power.
Williams kicks the ball out. This needs to be spot on. It's not. Comes in from the side. Got his help there from Wood. Wood handballs out. Finds Brooks. Brooks. Burns Gowers delivers a ball to the centre of the centre there. And a strong mark from Lucas Ferrado. We thought the hit-up should have gone to Gowers.
Yeah.
Instead, Brooks, for his best kick of the day, put it directly in front of goal. And Ferrado takes a strong contested mark.
It's a smart kick by Brooks. It was a great, great kick. And what he did, once Gowers had drawn Sparks out, he opened that play up there for him too. So had a good space to kick into, and Ferrado ran into it beautifully.
Ferrado directly in front. Umpire moves a little bit, but
it doesn't matter.
He squeezed it in for the fourth in the row for the Lions. And they bring this margin back to within one kick.
Exactly, Tim. It's 3 point margin at the 27-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Wonthaggi 8-9-57, leading Moe, who are now 8-6-54.
Well, the lights are on here now, Scott. It's getting pretty dark out here at the minute, and we haven't hit three-quarter time yet too. So interesting times. The Power might be going off, but the Power is on at the moment.
And Boxer, I can give you a three-quarter time score from Druin, 8-12-60 Druin to Bairnsdale 5-4-34.
Well, they're looking for their first victory back here. Can Moe come from behind? Big tap there from Prowse. Comes to the wing area in the mud. That's right. There is a little bit of mud at Ted Summerton Reserve, but that's okay.
I'll move it. We're going to move it out. Yeah, come this way. Come this way. Come with me, boys.
Umpires will just take it out. Come, and now he's telling the umpire, the ruckman, where to stand, because we don't want you to get mud on your boots. So over the shoulder from Prowse. No free kick was given. Blair works well. That's Jared. Squeezed a handball out the back was Murray. He decides to kick. Chug just shoved his player out the way. Used the body? No. The umpire said you used your hand, and Chug was frustrated. Timmy.
Well, he didn't use his hand, but he probably just leant in a little bit too far.
And 50.
And 50 because of Harley being in the protected area.
And the guy moved on the mark too. Got them both.
Tyson Biffin now will have a 50-metre penalty. The man on the marks, 55 metres out, goes in the directions of Gowers. One-on-one. Front spot there was Staley. Couldn't mark it. Tried to crash his way through. And was the Moe forward there. Looks to be Matthew Haywood. And we've got a stoppage about 15 metres around from Moe's goal. They build again. They still trail, though. It's only 3 points. They're not going anywhere. They're going to do this one again. If they take a lead into the final quarter, Boxer, it'll be a big booster for him in terms of confidence. Morrow took it out of the ruck. Got his boot to ball. Comes to the ground. Didn't pay it, though, Timmy. Hayes just quickly barreled it out. It's going to come back. Tyson Biffin takes the mark. Is that 50? No. Crowd called for it.
Surprised it wasn't. Biffin looks to go inboard. Kick there, and there's the three-quarter time siren. Just as a massive quarter there, though, for the Lions. They've got this game back to within 3 points. It's the Wonthaggi Power leading 8-9-57 to the Lions 8-6-54.
That's on your McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. McCafe celebrating 30 years of coffee. It's fit for an Aussie. And we have a quarter to go in round 11 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. It's coming to you live from Ted Southern Reserve. We have an absolute belter on our hands, and we've got one to go. And it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
inside 50s in the first two quarters. Moe won at that quarter 13-6. They won the clearances 12-8. And the other one was inside 50 marks. It was 3-1 that quarter. The ruckman had 24 hit-outs between them. Chris Prowse 11 and Ben Morrow 13. At one stage there, I was saying they weren't taking advantage of it, but they certainly did in that second half of having first use of the ball. Ben Danaher, another 6 disposals that quarter for 14. Scott Van Dyke's on 11. Big quarter by Riley Baldy. Also, he's up to 16. Declan Kilty on 11. For Wonthaggi, Ryan Sparks has had 18 disposals, 14 apiece to Aidan Lindsay and Brody Mobilia, 12 to Kyle Reid, and 12 also to Tom Murray.
Certainly was Baldy and Danaher in that quarter that got things going for the Lions. As Paul just said, the two ruckmen, as Boxer's going to get some scores for us. But this final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers is about to get underway. And has Moe got one last push in them for the final quarter? It's been an absolute belter. Tap down there was again from Prowse. Kick off the ground, got it going Moe's direction. Cox Edge will be the first out there. Attacking it hard at ground level is Baldy. Working hard, though, for the power at ground level with Sparks. Handled over the top and couldn't quite keep it in. We'll have a boundary throw in 17 seconds in. Here's Boxer for Around the Grounds for Harvey Norman Furniture.
Yeah, thanks, Scud. Mafra, 6-6-42 to Sale, 7-8-50. Game on there at the moment.
Prout got the tap down there, and coming through was Blair. He gets taken high and will reward the free kick. Gee, you attack that one hard. And he'll need to step up to make sure that the power try and get themselves across the line. Goes out far wing, and finds Ryan Sparks. Sparks looks to reload. Had no one to go to and was tackled as he tried to kick the ball. Contest there. Lindsay took the mark and he has been paid. Claimed it. He was wrapped up straight away. But here was a fortuitous mark from Sparks' kick was going nowhere. Lindsay running down through the middle there is Knowles, but he goes further than that.
Hutchison.
Kicks it to the scare. 3-4. But Hutchison came from 7 deep. He came from 7 deep and the ball was wrapped up. I'm not sure he got his hands anywhere near it.
He didn't. Tommy Long's playing 15 metres in front of him. Dangerous because Sparks can sit on your head.
Absolutely, he can. Ruckman here, close to goal. Prowse got the tap down. Coming through, taken high was Kilty, and he'll take the relieving kick from the back line. And reload for the Lions early here into the last quarter.
Some scores, Boxer, have you got for us? Kilty kicks it out wide. Just hang with us there. Reid brings it to ground level. Prowse was the target. We'll go to stoppage, far side. Boxer.
Yeah, Druin 8-12-60 to Bairnsdale 5-4-34 and Leongatha 22-17-149, Warrigal 5-3-33.
We called it. Druin about to win their... Well, are they?
Oh, yeah, potentially they are.
Potentially about to win their first game of the season. We said it was going to be a tough road trip for that Bairnsdale side. At Druin's always a tough game. Ball back into play here. 2 minutes in. Margin sits at 3 points still. And getting dumped. Boxer in a bit of strife too.
Yeah, he's come across either Harry Sims' knee.
They've
just come through. That's young.
Murray
it is too. Tom Murray.
He's a very important midfielder for him, but good to see him up. He's hobbling, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gives this handball off to someone. There you go. Out the back, Jack Blair. Right foot kick goes to the leading target in Jared. Small target, big fist from Brock Smith, who has been very good. I mentioned during that third quarter a couple of saving ones, interceptions. He's fallen down, has he again, Timmy?
Yeah, he's fallen down again. The hands keep going straight up, calling for the trainers, but no one seems to be moving out there.
No, it was definitely a knee-on-knee knock, definitely.
Knee-on-knee.
Free kick to Wonthaggi out of the ruck contest. Tomahutha.
Of course, they've already lost one today. Shannon Bray's already out with a knee injury. And now Tom Murray.
And down in the goal square, there's something that's happened off the ball.
It's against Kelty, is it?
It is. Ill discipline there by the Lions. Obviously, with something I was watching the Hutha preparing to take his free kick, and this is a big goal here for the Power. Not something that the Lions would have wanted for the start of this last quarter.
Huge for the Moore Bowling Club. Big moments are right here, Timmy.
It will be, and it'll be Jack Hutchison to go back.
He doesn't miss, does he?
Well, he doesn't from there. And he kicks it straight over the goal umpire's head for his third of the day and the first for the last quarter.
Just a couple of indiscretions from Moe today. Cost him a couple of goals here as well. We remember that one in that third quarter. They got the 50. Or was it the first? Sorry, it might have been the second quarter when they nearly gave away that one. They gave away a 50 inside as well. So a couple of little indiscretions may come back to haunt him at the end of the game.
Margin 9 points at the 4-minute mark of the final quarter. The Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, Wonthaggi 9.963, leading Moe 8.654.
Well, they are big moments, of course, for Moore Bowling Club this afternoon. If you want a palmer, that's the place to go. Hutha taps it out the middle again. Lindsay works hard, got around a tackler, gives it to Mobilia, ran down, still got his handball away. The strength was good. Baldy off this stoppage, though, was even better. Left foot kick, goes to centre half forward. Handball there was from Haywood. Gets it back to Seppi. He tries to go forward again to Maslin. And they've moved Maslin forward. And we know further play. The umpire will ball it up 4.5 minutes in. All-important final quarter. Front spot is Chris Prowse. Tapped it down. Mobilia just grabbed it. Barrelled it towards centre half forward for the Power. Skips over the back. Kelty took on the tackler. Good enough to handball to Smith. Gets it back now to Long. The 1-2 back to Brock Smith. Left foot kick's got to be a good one. Harley's going to come and spoil Biffin. Will cause the stoppage and the boundary throw in 55 metres out from Power's goal. And they got the opening goal of the the final quarter to get the margin back to 9 points.
So a bit of pressure there from Wonthaggi just then in the middle of the ground and then again to cause his stoppage as well. They've just lifted it up a notch.
Neither ruckman was able to take it out of the throw-in, though. It was a bit short on the boundary throw-in, but then wrapped up straight away there, and we'll have a ball up.
Boxer, Murray's about to come back on.
Yeah, that's a good sign there for the Power. Like I said, it must have been just a stinger on that knee because they do hurt.
Neither ruckman again out of that ruck contest. Danaher was wrapped up straight away. We'll have another ball up right on true 50 here for the Power. Just ticked over 5.5 minutes. Prowse took it straight out of the ruck, threw it onto his right boot. 1-on-1 contest. Working his player out of the way there was Ferrado, but he's wrapped up straight away.
Good tackle.
Absolutely. A great tackle there by Knowles. And he'll have it.
Oh,
I was going to say...
Seppi just put him down.
Put him down. Umpire Bahaja looked at it and didn't put his whistle to his mouth. Spark and
holding
take
the
it straight
ball.
away. Wasn't holding the ball, but anyway, umpire didn't call it. Keep going. They said, Lindsay, he's
tough.
1, 2, 3, and now he's...
Oh, called a throw.
Anyway, free kick to Moe. Moving on. As they'll bring the ball from the half-back line. Leading contest there and now in front of Mulqueen takes a strong mark. Looks to go forward straight away. Absolutely, he does.
Oh, that's why.
Those kicks, absolutely. Needs to go 50 metres, not 15.
Yep.
Knowles cut that one off.
Then he had a bloke 6'7" behind him. That's okay.
Knowles comes back in the middle. Needs to be spot on, and that one is. Ends up there in the hands of Chug. He's looking up forward. Moe have got a couple back. He puts it out to the far side. Coming through was Blair. He was no chance of getting it, but he's able to put his second effort out on the ground. Wrapped up straight away in the tackle, and we'll have a ball up inside Wonthaggi's 50.
That's the frustrating side for being a Moe forward at the moment. You're right. You're spot on. He had the kick over the top where Prowse was there with a one-on-one, and he had plenty of height difference.
Deep entries.
To go inside.
Deep entries are important in this final quarter. Coxedge from that stoppage kicks it out, but only as far, though, as Jackson Williams, who takes the intercept mark for the Power. Just ticked over 7 minutes in the final quarter. Great to have your company. Might be a little bit cold out there. It's warm in the box, though. There's a kick inside forward 50 again at ground level. Who can work the wonders? Back there is Bates. Tapped it towards Fergus O'Connor. Sold some candy. Got around one. Kicks to the pocket nicely. Oh, just over the head of Jack Hutchison.
Didn't have a body in front of him to launch on, Scott.
That's right. The Power are certainly just squeezing it now. They've rolled up. They've got all the pressure on the Lions. They can't get it out of their defensive 50, the Lions. And the Power, through weight of numbers, just try and get a score. It's Sparks. Little kick from the stoppage was smothered. They have another little shot there. Top of the square. It was from Davey on that occasion. And again, the umpire says, let's ball it up. 8 minutes in. Final quarter. The margin sits now at 9 points. Here's Tim Sexton on TRFM.
Might have to put a mask on in here.
Paul Carter hasn't had the best of afternoons.
He's
got the mask.
He's still with us. Prowse got the tap out. Prowse with the tap out. We've got the ball's gone over the boundary line.
Well prepared all the time. He's got everything.
He's got everything.
Everything for everything.
25 metres around from the Power's goal. Over 8 minutes here into this final quarter. The Lions need to get some control and get this goal back that they gave up early on. Prowse again taps the ball down. No one's able to get a clear tap out of it, out of the way there.
Harley with a quick kick was. Coxedge going to come away with it though, Timmy.
Absolutely, out to a one-on-one contest out to the far side. Williams does well, knocks the ball over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in out the side.
Just dangerous area for Moe. They've scored 3 goals from stoppages inside 50 for the afternoon, Wonthaggi. So it's really one of those things. They just need to get it out of this defensive 50 for him.
It's camped in there for the last couple of minutes, though.
Prowse again gets the tap down.
Here we go.
Through, though. Got the handball over the top. Ends up going nowhere. Ball's bouncing around. No one wants to take a hold of it. Nor does anyone want to drag it in. The umpire says, I'll have it. Directly in front of the Powers goal, about 20 metres out. Moe need to get it out of here and get the ball down their end. Prowse again. He takes it out of the ruck this time. Not sure he got a handball out of the way there, though. Chug came flying through. Wasn't able to get anything out of it. Umpire's played a free kick and it is going towards Moe.
He's like a little pest, isn't he, Chug? He knows how to antagonise him.
That was a good tackle. They said they got the handball away, and then Chug slung him down to the ground. I'm not sure. He was right there, I guess, but didn't look like a fair handball to me.
Comes out and is marked here by Biffin. Slow movement by the Lions. This is going to be is a dump kick down the line, I think, by the looks of it. He's got the two Prowse boys, though. Going up in front. Nick takes a strong mark, a great read in front. Now they've got to go, but the problem is it's been camped in their back line for so long. All the plies are down the field. Danaher's just come off the bench. He wants it short here. Prowse, though, he then kicks it to a 2-on-2 contest in front, and strong mark there taken in front was by Staley in front of Gowers on that occasion.
He's found his niche down back, Staley.
Yeah, squares it backwards towards Knowles. He can get it out on the wing, working hard as Jackson Williams, but the kick just went to the wrong side of him, caused a stoppage. Jared Blair's been super, turns around, wheels around like the QE2 boxer, drives it into the pocket, over the back, couldn't quite mark was Hutchison. Kelty relieves some pressure, barrels it out, outside his defensive 50 it goes. No one can take the mark, and we've got a stoppage.
I'm going to Google the QE2 turn-in circle.
How good was the pick-up by Blair?
Yeah, unreal.
Takes a long time. We've got a stoppage, ball up. Morrow in the front spot. Huther over the top, tapped it down. Morrow did a little bit of groundwork with a handball. Couldn't quite go again. Danaher was on all fours. Got it to Wood, who was wrapped up in a tackle, and we'll do it again. We've just ticked over 11 minutes. It's still a 9-point margin. Anyone's game. For Harvey Norman Computers, the best range of brands in Apple, Samsung, Nokia, Oppo, and much more at Harvey Norman.
Huther got the tap out. Blair wasn't able to control it. It's still on the 50-metre line here for the Power, and we'll have another ball up.
Scott, I remember when I was back in the day when they said I had a turn-in circle of a Mack truck, and I took it as a compliment and realised that it wasn't.
Mack truck too?
Yeah, wouldn't have thought it was a compliment.
Wrapped up straight away here in another tackle there by Danaher. We'll have another ball up inside the centre square, heading towards the Power.
Bit of a carbon copy of the second quarter when Wonthaggi getting the first 6 inside 50s again.
Yeah. This time Mobilia, make that 7. Goes to the one-on-one. Davey over the back there. Handball over the shoulder from Maslin to Long. Tries to get it back into the run of Maslin again. Does well. Gets it to the wing. Schultz, it doesn't quite get back. Reed reads it nicely. Pardon the pun as he kicks down the line. That's a beautiful kick. And didn't have much room to move. Was able to find Davey.
Bit of the difference, Scud.
Yeah, absolutely it has. That kick to half forward has been certainly the difference. You're spot on, Tim. As Davey will go down towards the dangerous spot in the forward area, goes over the back, Cox edge slips the ground, Blair crashes in, they lose the football, Seppi's out the back, there's a Wonthaggi player down, Seppi's kick across, nicely done by Van Dyke, he's got some room to run, has a bounce, kick inboard, here's the difference, as we've just spoken about again, and Reed takes the intercept mark and can square it out to Sparks.
Sparks hasn't got much forward, so he steadies, he looks to go back. There's a 3 or 4 of them go back. They're going to go the switch on the way back. Ends up with Schultz. Schultz hits his run up and lead up there. And that ends it up there with Williams. Williams goes out to the far side. And he was able to take the mark on the second grab. There was Knowles.
This is where they held on to it. They do this well.
Knowles goes to Sparks. Sparks has worked hard. He was this side. Now he's over on the other far side wing. Again, great lead up there from Harley. We just came running from inside 50.
Yep.
He turns around. Now he goes long. Inside 50 again. Blair over the back. Used his body well.
Oh.
He's got for a nudge out.
You called that spot on, Timmy. Use the body well. Boxer?
Yeah, I know. And it looked here perfect, but the arm just in the back of the middle of the back, the umpire's gone the other way.
We've got a blood rule. Aidan Lindsay has a little bit of claret coming from
He might have been a bit whistle shy, though, as well, in regards to inside 50.
The rule is, though, you can protect your drop zone, provided you don't extend your arms.
Yep,
spot on.
You're allowed hands in the back, as long as you don't extend them.
Anyway, Moe has the ball. It's Brock Smith. Brings it back out. It's a dump kick. Reed's back. He's been good. And the spoil had to come from the man with 2 shoulders strapped.
And because the game's been played in the front half, in Wonthaggi's front half, it's just dragging all the Maui players up the ground as well. So when they're coming out, it just gets clogged.
14-minute mark. Margin sits at 9 for the Power. We haven't had a score from 3-minute mark.
Morrow, two-handed. Baldy got the ball out. Here we go. Ends up with Danaher. Danaher, 1-on-1 contest. Gowes protected the drop zone, but was well played there by Staley. Got the handball out. Williams, he's just kicked it off the ground. The gains are now 20 metres out towards the boundary line. Picked up and ball. Thought it went over the boundary line. Nothing quite happening there. Handball's out.
Good run.
Williams got the handball out. Kicked the ball forward. Harley wasn't able to pick it up though, but in the end, that was Davey. Got it onto his left boot. Delivers a ball inside 50 again, leading in front of Hutchins there. That was long, and there's a great mark there. He comes back out to the far wing. They've got runners out here. Wood, if he can deliver the ball over forward, they're out. And he does. Get the ball in there quickly, though, is Ferrado. Kyle Reek shuts it down. The ball goes over the boundary line, just outside 50 for the Maui Lions. It's down their end. We've just ticked over 15 minutes here into the last quarter.
Easy for us to say from being up here, but they've got to keep the ball away from Reed and Staley at the moment because they're the guys that are intercepting and taking them on.
Yep, spot on boxer. Morrow taps it down to his right hip. Wood was there. Gets around one. Handballs backwards now to Danaher. He goes further backwards by hand. Biffin now had to go forward to Van Dyke. Half forward flank. 80 metres around from goal. Far side, all the numbers on the far side of the ground as well. So he has to come back to Biffin. Do they continue to move it quick or this slow play and then the dump kick down the line and it gets turned over? We've seen it many, many times.
There's so many plays inside 50 now. Where's he going to go?
He's going to go dump kick down the line. It's going to be a miracle if anyone marks it. No one does. And Wonthaggi have been better at wrapping this up and get a stoppage, and that's what they've done. Or they generally win it and away they go again. This time, it's a stoppage. 50 metres out. Can Moe get someone on the move? Morrow taps it down. That on the move there was Brock Smith. Just bobbled out, though, Murray. Now the Power go. Sim put a tackle on Blair, but he's still got the handball away. Play on, said the umpire. Crashing his way through now is Jack Blair. And we'll get a stoppage. They've worked it inside the centre square for the Power.
Strong work there by Blair to just be able to get that quick little handball away as opposed to being for holding the ball. Morrow front position, takes it straight out of the ruck. Kick. Here we go. Inside 50. Gowers, bounced the wrong way. Knowles relieving kick. He just threw it on the boot and said, mark this. Kelty 2-3. Hutchins went up. Kelty kept his feet, did well. Got the handball over the top.
Here's a
ball
chance.
Sits. And it does sit and it goes forward through Maslin. Maslin to Gowers. Over the back was done there by Staley and the ball's over the boundary line.
Gee, it's been a good battle, hasn't it? Staley and obviously Gowers. Who's won it? Gowers has got 3. But Staley's been good in the second half.
They've actually tag-teamed him. They've had Knowles back on him a couple of times as well throughout the game. And they've done a great job. They've done their homework very well, Wonthaggi.
Morrow got the tap down. Sparks, a relieving kick. But a strong mark there by Kilty. Doing what he does best, the intercept marks. Baldy. Just slow, doesn't look to go. Now he does. On the right boot, sends the ball forward. Prowse, front position. Can he take the mark? Coming back, the Wonthaggi players. Blair was there. Running down, picked it up. Sim went to go left, then went right and found the boundary line. And it's over for a boundary throw-in. And yes, I said Sim.
No, I know that. But you've been correcting my English all afternoon and you said Wonthaggi. Is Wonthaggi. Wonthaggi.
17 and 3/4 minutes gone. 9 points they lead by. Can Moe get something for the stoppage? At pace there was Gowers. Couldn't take it with him. A torpedo out of defence for the Power. Gets out there towards Bates. And he'll happy see it go over for a boundary throw. And he was looking for touch. He took the dive. And we'll have a ball up.
The Wonthaggi push their numbers back really quick, don't they? So they really know how to clog up that offensive 50 of Moe. They're just making life really hard for them.
It's a fourth quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. Upgrade to a brand new mobile phone. Ball back into the field of play. Tapped down there by Prowse, but at pace there was Murray. Gets around onto the left foot. Kicks it down the line. Kelty goes back with a flight. Can't quite complete the mark. Who can keep their feet? No, they're going to give a free kick. Wonthaggi don't like it. The free kick will go to Declan Kelty. And, umpire just blew his whistle. It was for time on, not for 50. As Declan Kelty has it. He's on his wing area. They trail. His side trails by 9 points. Kelty goes to the wing. Prowse will fly. He gets to the front. Can't mark. At ground level, though, is Sim. Tries to get around one. He does. He keeps it in. The right foot kick to a dangerous spot. Where's Gowers? And again, this time it's Staley who thumps it over. And they all come to him and show him support. It's a tough battle. It's a boundary throw in. And it's still 9 points. You just sense that the next goal is important either way. From the stoppage, the two ruckmen weren't there. Quick kick out of there from Sim. Does it squeeze in? No, it doesn't. That's a minor score, Paul Carter, Harvey Norman's computer scoreboard.
And the first score in the game for 14 minutes. It's now 8-7-55 Moe, trailing by 8 points, Wonthaggi 9-9-63.
Timmy, you won't think it go too long. We've only had one goal at 3.5 minute mark.
One goal and not a heap of stoppages, Scud.
We're just about to tick into 20 minutes.
Schultz, he gets the run in and he delivers the ball outside his 50. A strong mark by Hutchinson's come up from the forward. As you said, Boxer, they've been pushing up all day. The Moe player just ran through the mark but wasn't given a 50.
Yep, it's okay.
Mate. New rules. Hutchison delivers the ball forward. It is a great kick. Ends up there in the hands of Chug.
So what they've done, they've taken it out of their back half back, and now they get it to the wing area and they've still got the footy.
Goes up for a one-on-one contest. There was Murray, wasn't able to take the mark. The ball goes over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in. They've moved the ball there, as you said, Scud, methodically down the ground, used the time. We've ticked over 20 minutes here into this last quarter. It's 8 points the margin.
Jeez, I'm not sure you bring Reid off at this stage.
Yeah, they've been rotating their back line most of the afternoon. Yeah, but Reid and Ferguson.
20-minute mark, last quarter box.
Mark's up, everyone's up, and no one was able to take the mark. Quick kick forward, though, lands into the hands there of Jacob Wood. Wood turns onto his right boot, goes out wide, though, and the mark is there, taken there by Gowers in the end. He's a long way from home. He goes around. Gets around Knowles on the right boot, delivers it inside. Who's able to take the mark?
Schultz!
Coming back with the flight was Schultz. Take a strong mark.
Player out there.
Absolutely. And the kick forward, though, was nearly cut off and ends up, though, into the hands of Mitch Hayes. So I'm just going around Boxer's pole. It's in the way. Hayes, his mark, strong mark, and then taken out there by Sparks. Controlling the footy here, the Power. 21 minutes gone here into the last quarter.
Sparks has it on the far side of the ground. Drives it to the wing area. Can he find Harley? No, he can't, but his second effort was very good. Cat-like, in fact. Hammered over the top to Chug. Now to Huther. Huther will kick it inside forward 50, but Declan Kelty, again.
They need to go now, Scud. They need to go.
They certainly do. 21.5 minutes. They get it out wide to Prowse. He rolls around on the right foot. Sim's got it. Play on Sim, and he does just that. Right foot kick, one-on-one. Gowers has worked up to a high half-forward roll. He taps it to himself. He just shoves his opponent out of the way. Play on, said the umpire. Ball in dispute. Blair's back there. Jared's been great. Handball inboard to Spark. He got tackled. It's going to come back in. The Lions have got it through Danaher. Out, handball towards Sim. Right foot kick. Can they find a mark? Prowse is there. Can't get it. Crumbed it was Wood. Snaps around the body. And Jacob Wood. Oh. He's put it through. And the Lions are still a chance. It's a 2-point margin at the 22-minute mark.
Wow.
Wowee.
Great call, Scud. Fantastic call. Had everything in that, and they just needed that to happen. They needed a little bit of luck when the ball hit the ground, because Wonthaggi defenders have been awesome when the ball hit the ground. But it was Harry Sim, Jacob Wood, Gowers, just his effort to get that ball inside. They worked really hard for that goal here, hopefully enough to give them that opportunity to get their noses in front before the end of this game.
Absolutely.
It is 9-7-61 Moe to 9-9-63 Wonthaggi. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 23 minutes played.
Huther got the tap out. Murray, the quick kick forward. The bounce went over the top.
Oh, here they go.
It ends up with Biffin. Biffin's taken them on. He kicks it on, and Mark is taken there by Coxedge. They've got to go. He's got to go. Kicks the ball inside 50. The leading Gowers. Staley gets the hand in there, and the ball goes over the boundary line. Out of bounds. As you said, Scott, a great contest between those two guys. I'm not sure either's a winner at the moment. They've both been sensational.
Yep.
Boundary throw in here on the point of the 50.
Prowse is deep.
His other brother there, Prowse, gets the tap out. Seppi wasn't able to get his kick away. Ball's wrapped up. There's 3 or 4 in that one, and we'll have another ball up. 23.5 minutes gone here into the last quarter. It's the Power that lead by 2.
They've never been in front, have they, Moe?
The first 2 points.
There you go.
There it is. Huther got the tap down. Wrapped up straight away in the tackle, and we'll have another ball up.
How long are we going for, guys? We're going 24 minutes now.
I reckon 3 minutes to go, Scott.
Let's have a look at this. Big tap by Prowse.
Jack Blair was thrown to the ground in what I would say would be a sling action. He's slow to get up, but the ball is going to be balled up there. They're edging closer to their goals here, the Lions.
She's getting dark.
Absolutely, very dark. Prowse tried to take it out of the ruck. He didn't get rid of it. He's wrapped up straight away by Huther, and the umpire will have another ball up. That's 3 in a row. Scud, your turn.
Rightio. Big moments for the Maul Bowling Club right here. The Lions trail by 2 points. We knew it was going to be a thriller. And we've got just that. It's inside Moe's forward 50. Danaher from the stoppage. Put ball to boot. Top of the square it goes. Reed's back out in the park. Gathers it. Got tackled immediately. And the umpire said, my ball.
So Gowles needs to get to the ball now. He needs to be at this stoppage. Here he is now. He's put his hand up and says, I'll take this.
Prowse will do the ruck duties. Up against Big Huther. Prowse tapped it down. Back there was Blair. Little quicker kick around the body will clear the defence for only momentarily. It's about 40 metres out. Davey does well. Gives it to Murray. Murray, free kick. They're going to go Moe's way.
Throw.
They've called it a throw. Will the advantage be paid? No. Well, that was lucky for the Power because rolling into the goals was Baldy. He actually kicked the goal. That doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
That's Scotty Van Dyke that's got it, Scott.
It is.
It will be, yep.
Is it the defender, Scott Van Dyke? I think you'll find it will be. He is directly in front. He's a backman. He's got the smallest man on the park on the mark in Jared Blair. He'll have to kick it 45 metres.
Is that the smartest? Should they have big
No,
on the
absolutely.
Mark?
25 and a half minutes gone. The Lions trail by 2. Van Dyke puts it on its way.
Get out.
He's missed it. It's a 1 point margin to Wonthaggi. And call the siren now, Boxer, because I've tipped it.
He tipped it.
Wonthaggi goes short. Jack Blair's got it. 25. Make it 26 minutes now.
No, we need an intercept. I need the intercept goal.
Jack Blair goes short, inboard.
They got a man up.
Fergus O'Connor.
They can't have anyone free. Everyone's got to have one.
O'Connor goes short again. Finds the target. And it's Big Huther. And they let him free, Timmy. Huther goes short. And it's going to sit on the head. No, it doesn't.
Oh.
They've worked it nicely.
Get up to your man, Moe. Get up to your man.
Harley's taken the mark. He's at his defensive 50. He's been called to play on. He looks backwards. And he goes backwards to Blair.
Well, we've got to push up. They've got to lock this in and get a player. It doesn't matter if it gets out over the back. They've got to lock them in now.
They've got to force the dump kick, don't they? Jack Blair, there's the dump kick. Here's their chance. Goes close to the boundary line. In fact, it goes over. It was touched. Throw in. Far side of the ground. Everyone looks around for a time. We've got no idea. It's gone 27 minutes. Here's your chance, Timmy. Bring it home.
Longer than we thought. Prowse got the tap down. Worked well. Seppi couldn't get the hands away. He's wrapped up straight away and we'll have another ball up.
Got tackled by one arm.
AFL, you'll get 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The two ruckmen go at it. Prowse. Oh, Huther was big. Gets over the top. Lindsay gets there. Throws it on the left boot. Out towards the boundary line. Over the back was Biffin.
Oh, it's what they wanted.
Absolutely. It was what the Power wanted. It wasn't what the Lions wanted. And it's now Power side on far centre wing here.
27 minutes. Surely can't be long to go.
27 and a half gone. We've had 2 goals kicked in the quarter.
Power lead by a point.
Ball comes back in. Prowse tapped down again. Unable to get through there with Danaher. They're wrapping them straight up there. And the umpire comes back in and we'll have another ball up.
Just repeating, Boxer. I did tip this. Wonthaggi by a point if you don't mind.
I need a draw. Let's go. We need a draw.
No, we don't.
2 ruckmen go at it. Huther got the tap down. I know, yeah, Sparks couldn't get boot to ball. Coxedge came through hard. Comes out again.
Here we go.
Handball's out. Moe going forward. Here we go. Through. Strong contested mark there by
Game-saving mark.
Big mark there.
Knowles has been good. He caught one around the head as well, Tim.
Absolutely. He got one for his efforts there.
There it is.
There
Siren's
the
gone.
final siren.
It's a massive victory. It's a 1 point victory, if you don't mind, Boxer. I tipped this before the game. The Power have won it by a point.
You've been tipping a point for 30 years.
Finally got one.
What a season this is shaping up to be, season 2023. Moe have knocked off Leongatha a couple of weeks ago. Leongatha have knocked off Leongatha knocked off Wonthaggi. And now Wonthaggi have knocked off Moe. This season is absolutely sensational of the Inter Energy Gippsland League. It's a 1-point victory to Wonthaggi, 9-9-63. Have defeated Moe 9-8-62. And we are going to go to a break. We're going to have all the post-game, all the key stats. We're going to have a chat to some of the players, of course, from the Wonthaggi Power side in what was an absolute cracker of a game of football. It is all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.